don't think anyone was here to check out the Coliseum except for maybe Cody, right?
I don't think I was here for that.
Ooh, okay. That might have been one of the nights you were gone too.
Yeah.
Because of the Blood Moon adventure where the carts and carnival came in and started to like settle down within Enza, we had an entertainment district started, which introduced the Coliseum. The Coliseum has undergone a couple of recent improvements, let's say, because of Jasper's help. He's got a few keen inventions that's been able to pin down a great audience, but it's been starting to, let's say, worry others. We've received a tip or two from, let's say, the co-workers of Jasper that maybe his devices aren't working exactly as intended, and a few things are becoming dangerous. Although he is able to manage the problems for now at a relatively quick pace, they still want you to come check out what's going on. So your task is to check out the new and improved Coliseum and see if these new technology ideas that he's introducing to the Coliseum are safe enough for Enza to endorse.
Awesome. Sounds good. Oh, okay. Well, hold on. I got to give the thing. I came straight from a Renaissance festival, which is why I look like this. Carry on.
Sure,
Just the disclaimer.
He wears this every night. Yeah.
I mean, if I had the time, I'd dress up like a character every time, but I can't do that crap. You kidding me?
You're doing a real life adventure.
Yeah, basically. My wife was she bought a bag of treats. Sorry, this is super sidetracked, but it's pretty silly. She bought a bag of dog treats, and she made it her personal quest while at Renaissance Festival to just find as many dogs as she could and give them dog treats.
Nice.
Yes, she did pretty good.
That's awesome.
Hey, when you're out doing stuff, you got to have a side quest or two.
Yeah.
Yep.
She did it.
So let's say you guys are all sitting at the bar when you finally receive your, little note to get things moving for the Coliseum. You can go ahead and try to meet with Jasper or just, introduce yourself as you see the things going on in the Coliseum. It does run every single day with minor events, people competing with each other, and also people competing against some of the beasts around the place.
Should I introduce my new character?
Yeah, absolutely. We didn't do any introductions today, so we absolutely should. And it might be nice if do Tayek and Draven know each other?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, never mind. You go ahead.
Okay. I made Chester here. He's a warlock bard. His patron actually provided him magic to have an electric guitar, which is his pact weapon. And his spells are cast by playing notes and stuff through the guitar. He kind of looks like a zombie, and that is because he had a near-death experience that his patron saved him from. He doesn't look as zombified normally. That usually sort of comes when he's harnessing his magic and stuff. But yeah, I think that's a pretty quick rundown for him. Not getting too crazy because I put a lot into it.
Oh, don't worry. It'll come up later. And for a quick rundown, Tayek. Who's Tayek?
Okay. So Tayek Vancroft is, he used to be a bit of an advisor for the Vanguard, a battle strategist. He has helped plan out several of the scouting ventures and things of the sort. He's just kind of a smart guy, a bit of a tactician. And he's also really big into just seeking ancient knowledge. It's just a quirk of his, kind of. He's just really curious about ancient books, and he thinks that there's just secrets out there that could really just change lives if they could be found. You know what I mean? So he ended up himself finding a book on one of the scouting ventures. Not that he went on, but scouts brought it back to him. He found a book and read through it, and this book secretly holds some he thinks he just went insane because it had some bits of lore and knowledge that just literally blew his mind. It's kind of literally just eldritch knowledge, and he didn't know what to do with it, and he lost his crap. May have encountered some sort of being in that state of mind as well. And suddenly after that, he was a bit of a spellcaster as well. So Tayek's remained relatively mysterious other than that, but he just kind of joined up and was I want to go on some of the adventures myself, I think, actually. So now he's a mage in the Vanguard as well.
Very cool. And last but not least,
Yeah, so Draven, he is a Terrorborn orc, a spellblade. He grew up in a kind of he grew up underground in the cavernous area, and underground, like the Terrorborns, they're not known for their charismatic behaviors. But when Draven was younger, there was an accident that kind of happened, and he kind of came onto his powers through this accident, and he ventured out amongst the world to try to help people, to help where he could, because his deity, where he got his powers from, is one of good, which is kind of odd coming from a Terraborn culture. But Draven, just being out in the world, has learned to become a very charismatic person, especially for something you don't really get from his build, because he is a very big person, very about 6'7" ish, like close to 300 pounds, just solidly built guy. Now with only one arm, he is missing an arm now, but he does kind of throw people off. His voice does throw people off every now and then, but he's one that will help wherever he can. His allies in trouble, Draven will not hesitate to put himself in the line of fire to help,
even to the point of losing an arm over it.
Yep.
That's right. And good thing you mentioned that, because I just realized that was one thing meant to do.
Beautiful.
There you go.
There
we
it
go.
I was waiting
There
for
it
this.
is. Oh my
Here he
gosh,
is.
there it is. Yep.
But backwards.
Yes.
Devolved. It's awesome.
That is awesome. It's fitting.
But hey, that's awesome. You guys are definitely a motley crew. So, looking somewhat evil, but no one's going to say it to you.
Yeah, no, that's really kind of true. Like all of our characters kind of look like villains to some degree.
Yeah, they are kind of dark creatures, huh? Yeah.
It's fine. We're just dirty. We just need showers. That's all.
Right.
It's like in movies, the biker gang that looks really intimidating. They're riding up on you, and they're like, "Can I help you fix your tire?"
Yeah. Oh, you need a jump? Yeah.
That was evil.
Okay, so Jasper is responsible for some of these machination failures and issues. Huh?
Yes, he's becoming famous for his gizmos and doodads, making a real shock over at the Coliseum.
Okay. Interesting.
And if you guys don't remember, Jasper is from a previous adventure. He was experimenting with arcane magic that helped to teleport people. It was just from smaller distances, from like across the river mainly. It was like 30 something feet. I can't remember 100%, but it wasn't too far, like shouting distance. But since then, his research has progressed.
Yeah.
I remember wrecking his home.
How do you guys want to kick this thing off? Do you want to speak with Jasper himself and get his take on things, or what are we thinking?
Could be useful to investigate with Jasper, see what he says, how things are going down. He's at the tavern right now, right? Is that what you said, Alex?
So Jasper is gonna usually be at the Coliseum. That's kind of like where his job is taking him. He's supposed to just make the projects and like have them be working, but he's always working on them so that way they don't malfunction. So he's not really supposed to be at the Coliseum every day, but he is.
Gotcha.
Okay, yeah. So we want to find him. We got to go to the Coliseum.
Just getting that
And
over time.
Definitely. And I was just assuming you guys would like start in the tavern if you wanted to, but you can be literally anywhere. Like if the story is happening in Enza, don't forget of any of the shopping centers you could definitely hit up. And since we do have a new character, don't forget you have 500 gold in your pocket.
Well, that's right.
Oh yeah.
Chester, did you want to make sure you pick anything up so you're ready to go on your first adventure? Like a new set of guitar strings maybe, or whatever you do? I don't know. We've only just
I got
met.
everything I need right here.
Okay.
This guitar is all I need for this adventure.
Okay, very good.
Well, hey, I know a really good potion maker in town if you're needing type of potions, because I could actually go get me a health potion or two. I used some of mine up the last time we played. Or, sorry, the last time we went and adventured.
Just
What do you
playing for
mean
him.
by play?
Well, you play around with Yogg and his pranks, and you're going to get hurt every now and then.
This is all just a game to you then.
Yeah. Well, it is to
I
Yogg.
mean, I wouldn't call it quite a game. I did lose an arm.
That's fair. We could swing by the potion shop.
And if you guys wanted to head over to Herders, he's always ready to talk to his favorite customers.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I also want to go by, where is it? The Ink and Feather. the scrolls.
Sure. What were you thinking?
Yeah. So first, I want to go to Herger's. You know, it's kind of I just want to go to Herger and just all I want to get is a gas is a tier 2 gas health potion is all I'm looking to get. Just one more from him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I believe the tier 2 health potions, we started whittling them down lower and lower for the tier 1, so I think it's 100 for the tier 2s.
Okay. Yeah, so I do want to get. I'm just gonna get one of those. I mean, I know we started a little late, so we don't have to play that one out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get one of those, and
Sounds good to
then
me.
but I do want to go over to I think Aurelian. I think that was her name.
Absolutely. Let's head on over.
Yeah.
Was there something that you were thinking of for the scrolls? You said the pen and feather?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one I was wanting to look for was I want to see if she has something that does like a scroll. I did the potion. I want to get like a scroll of invisibility or a scroll of silence that if there's anything that I could use to make like a zone of silence type of thing. That's what I'm looking for.
Absolutely. And she might try to like mention to you, like if you were looking for like a scroll of invisibility, sometimes it's a little bit better to check out potions for those effects, because scrolls more or less are going to be like these ritual things that happen to an area or a group of people. So if you wanted to infect like 5 people with an invisibility scroll, that would happen, or an area of invisibility, totally possible. And the same thing with an area of silence, we could totally provide you with a good couple of ranges. Ranging from 3, 5, and even 10 space.
I'd like to see if you got something that could do like a maybe a 10 space zone of silence. What would that kind of run me?
Yeah, absolutely. I know what you're talking about, and I always use this zone of time I get home. Trust me, it keeps a marriage. So when you need this zone of silence, I'd say it probably is gonna be, I always charge for the tier 1s, which is the 3 spaces. I always charge about 100 for those, and these do last about 3 minutes or 3 rounds. So if you wanted a zone of silence 10, it's gonna be about 400 gold, I believe.
400. So 400 gold. We're talking for a 10 space zone that will get me a good 3 minutes of silence.
Absolutely. And these are essentially rituals that happen immediately, so you don't have to spend all of that time doing the hullabaloo.
Oh yeah. Now, what's the distance that I'd be able to cast that ritual from me?
So the best thing about these scrolls is you can open them up and just read them and have them work. But if you really, really wanted to, you could whisper the incantation and toss it the best you can, but that would be pretty hard to land in a very specific area. You might be best just setting it on the ground and running away. But if you're good with paper airplanes, I can't stop you.
Oh, that's a good idea. I actually like that. That sounds fancy. You know what? Any other day, I'd try to haggle you down, but this actually sounds like a really good deal you're giving me. But, I'll just mention, and I'll just say it, you can talk to old Herger. I've gotten to him some good business since me and him became friends, and he started out by giving me a discount. I'm not trying to talk you down or anything like that, but I'm just saying I could probably throw some business this way.
Well, just this once, I'll take 25 gold off of the price. But you have to promise me to come back for your instant rituals.
Oh, I can promise that, and I'll make sure I spread the word about you too. But here's 375 for you. Thank you so much.
And she's gonna stash that right away. And this shop isn't usually too packed, so you were able to honestly just walk right up to the counter and be like, "Hey, how you doing?"
All right.
Just keep me out of the zone of silence. I'm worthless if I can't play my guitar.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Oh, don't worry. I wouldn't use it around us for anything. But I've gotten some ideas after this last encounter I had. I really could have used something that maybe created some silence and some things wouldn't have heard me coming through.
A wise choice. Also, for the sake of brevity, I spent 100 for a health potion at the potion shop.
Oh, awesome. Absolutely.
Got a couple potions on me still, so I don't think I'm going to do any spending. I can't necessarily think of something I really want, so I think I'm good.
Perfect. So if everyone's good with shopping, then the next event for the Coliseum should be starting pretty soon.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose we don't want to be missing any events. It sounds like they're all getting pretty quickly screwed up by Jasper.
I'm excited to see this, actually.
I just like look over at you and just be like, yeah, me too.
As we're walking over there, Draven's just gonna kind of be like, y'all ever heard like somebody just say something to you and it just kind of gets lodged in your skull? Y'all came up to me just the other day and just out of nowhere, just comes up dead serious and just what he says is, ain't it a shame how folks use acid mist and fancy glyphs nowadays? Back in my day, a child thief might only lose a finger to a spike trap or live, and they still live to learn, maybe to become up a fine assassin or a super soldier or something. Well, won't someone think of the children? And I just kind of sat there like, what? And then he just walks off. I swear, I ain't slept right since he said that to me. It's just been popping right in my head every now and then.
Yes, the other day I was sitting. I was sitting with Olban in the tavern. Yogg comes over. I didn't even notice. I never saw it happen. He cut the leg of the leg of the chair. I fall right over on my butt hard, and Olban laughed at me. I couldn't find Yogg anywhere, but I know it's him.
He's quite the little prankster nowadays, ain't he?
Honestly, I kind of hate him. Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of get that in there on the way over to the Coliseum.
Homer was supposed to play in this episode, but he had some stuff come up.
Got to give him his little shout out.
Yeah, right.
So I hate that guy. Just kidding.
But as you guys are approaching the Coliseum, you're starting to hear and people are starting to pour in. There's tickets to just sit up in the stands if you really wanted to, and you could always flash your Radiant Vanguard tattoo just to waive that entrance fee if you really wanted. Or you could just get right to the heart of the problem and try to go to the combatants area where you'll be able to talk to Jasper and the other people part of the system.
As we're approaching the Coliseum, is there any bit of a crowd anywhere, like people pouring in here and there for the event or whatever, or anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. You would see at least 30 people starting to walk into the Coliseum slowly. They're not pushing or shoving. They know they got time before it starts, but you do hear like the announcement gongs going off, like, here we are, everybody.
Yeah, okay.
It's getting around.
Do people seem like overly cautious, or does it seem like a typical excited crowd to see a Coliseum event?
So it's a typical excited crowd, and people aren't necessarily overly cautious. Jasper is able to manage his, let's say, mess ups to a spectacular degree. Like, if something blows up, the audience would think it's part of the show. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. So this may not have even leaked yet, that not everything is going according to plan.
Yes.
Okay. All right, that's good to know. Maybe we should be careful not to raise a fuss, just to make sure people don't go into a frenzy. I've heard of stampedes, even, if people lose their crap at big public events like this or whatever.
Under the radar. Got it.
As we're coming up to it, are we seeing, is the Coliseum overly packed right now, or is it like what type of day? What time of day is it?
So time of day, it's just a little after noon, so 2-3 o'clock, and you've got some people pouring in for the typical schedule for it. Can you say that again? I'm sorry, I think I got a little sidetracked.
So is the Coliseum like overly packed with people right now, or
okay, yeah,
or is
so
it kind of
actually,
like low attendance kind of still?
Believe it or not, it's actually been more packed than ever because of the bombastic shows that have been going on because of Jasper's help.
Sounds right. Okay. So some of Jasper's mistakes might actually be garnering more audience than normal, which is worse if things go bad.
And especially if he's garnering more money, he's going to be hesitant. I feel so.
We know Jasper. Okay. Do we feel like Jasper is like a hog for money, or is he more just like he's a hog for the excitement of engineering and technology? You know what I mean?
We don't really know too much about Jasper's personality. We do know that he doesn't necessarily want to harm people with his inventions, but he does have a specific drive to invent. And that's mainly his defining characteristic.
Okay. Yeah, I have a hunch that despite the further advancements to the Coliseum, that Jasper is providing. I don't think he's doing it to draw a crowd per se, as much as he is the love of the craft, you could say.
Well, all right. I think we need to find him and find out where he needs the help at, if there's any help needed. Because I mean, look at the crowds here. It seems to be just drawing everyone in. Almost don't seem like a problem.
Yes, I can agree with that. We should find the little gnome, I think.
Yeah, can we? I guess go search. Like, is there like an office area that we can go to search for him?
Yeah, definitely. There's an area for the combatants and a place where people like set up for the events. So you could totally go down there. It's set up in like different sections for the groups that compete in it. There's a specific like couple of groups that are known for competing in the Coliseum. And if you do compete in the Coliseum, most of the time you end up being a part of some of these groups.
Okay.
And the people who run it will be in the center of that like meet area. It's oftentimes people who are vendors for the Coliseum as well. A lot of people from around the town will set up little booths to be able to sell their goods to the combatants in between rounds.
Perfect.
So it's kind of like a hotbed if you go down there for a whole bunch of different things.
Sounds interesting for sure. Might find Jasper there somewhere. I'd say that's where we're headed. Yeah, let's go there.
So as you guys start walking down into the combatants area, you're going to notice that there's a good couple of groups that are just starting to get ready, and some people are even like standing straight at the door to start walking in. The entrance of this area is a wide open arch for which you're able to see through into a grand hall that has a bunch of stalls and different areas for all of the groups or combatants. And as you guys do see some of the people running the booths in the center, you recognize somebody from your previous adventures. She's a rather large, well, you guys don't recognize her because I don't think any of you guys were here for the last Coliseum adventure, but she's a rather large, almost like Amazonian type woman who's in charge of the events. She's over here directing, you go over there, get in there. And you'll see a tiny booth that's kind of new and completely out of place with Jasper kind of behind a little control panel. And he's already sweating, just cranking a knob, just twisting a crystal, getting this over here. Like he's the only person that looks like he's not having a good time.
Go. It's like that's so Chester. I don't know if you've met him, but that is Jasper, the one there that's sweating all over and jumping higher than you'd expect to reach that lever. That's him.
And the doors to the main entrance are opening, and the new crowd of people are going out to their next event. So the event that's starting now. So that's what Jasper's getting ready for.
Do we just bust in
We should
there
probably introduce ourselves.
Yeah, so just bust in there like the authorities basically, and just be like, so what you up to? You know,
Got some pixie dust in your pocket.
right? Vanguard basically sent us to almost babysit him, kind of like, don't break anything. We expect you will, basically. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go right over to his little booth as he's sweating and the next thing's starting. I want to just go right over to the booth he's in, and I don't know if there's like a door or if he just like a walk in, but if there's a door, I'm just gonna knock and just like kind of smile, you know?
Definitely. It's kind of like a half circle desk that he keeps like back and between. So you can just walk right up to him, but he'll more or less be like, "Hi, how can I help you?" But not look at you while he's still like cranking a knob and turning a lever.
Okay, Jasper, you seem kind of busy. What exactly is all this? What are you doing?
He says, I got to get ready for the show. Got to get the monsters on the set. Got to get the combatants in the right areas. And then as he's starting to just get a little bit more, not just explaining to you, but he's like literally just saying the things that he's doing. He's like, time to adjust this arcane flux, time to adjust this over here, you know?
Okay.
And so he's just still going on and on about like the process of what he's doing. And if you guys do remember the report from his last adventure, he's kind of all about teleportation. So this is a device similar to the ones that you guys have seen in reports.
Interesting.
Well,
What's on the show
hey,
for tonight,
Jasper.
Jack?
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
No, sorry. I was gonna say, hey Jasper, how you doing, lad? What's on the show for tonight, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, tonight we have the who is it? Oh, those idiots! It's the Iron Shield, and then it's gonna be a Cheetah Bear, and then he pulls another lever, and then you see a happen, and then underneath your guys' feet you hear a gigantic shake, and then onto the front of the coliseum, you hear another gigantic shake, and then the crowd erupts, and then the fight begins between the cheetah bear and the combatants in the ring. And he takes a sigh of relief and says, "All right, there we go. Gotta do everything around here."
Hey, Jasper, by chance, are you teleporting them into the Coliseum to fight? Is that what you're doing with all this?
Yeah, it's way safer than bringing them through the having to build a new time. The one collapsed last time.
Where are you teleporting them from?
Oh, there's this holding. Well, we have a holding chamber down below our feet. It's a it's a prison for monsters. But listen, they need Zerg to be there.
Hold on now, prison. Jasper, we're in the Radiant Vanguard now. I mean, I don't know about us having prisoners fighting for show over here now.
Just look over to Draven and just be like, no, they're monsters. Monsters, it's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, monsters. Gotcha.
Jasper's gonna say, "Oh,
I misheard.
okay.
I just misheard.
I forgot it. I forgot. It's the wrong word. Zoo."
Well, I know you've been problems with that from what I read in previous reports that getting your teleportation device to work. Are you sure it's safe for this?
I was curious.
Absolutely.
I was curious about that as
Absolutely.
well. I know for a fact in the previous reports there's been temporal anomalies, even to the point that Oban and several others had to fight a essentially temporal version of themselves. That's all worked out then?
Oh, absolutely. See, that's my favorite part about it. See, instead of having air and altering the effects
You
of
just
my
cut off for all that.
I mean, you were getting into it, and then it
was
just went
good.
out.
Yeah, it's just silent. Sorry.
I feel like
So
that's
that's actually-
something epic.
Definitely. And Jasper's going to get a little bit excited. And that's actually one of my favorite parts. See, instead of having a temporal anomaly just hanging out in the middle of the air, messing up my teleportation and whatnot, I can just discharge all of that energy into one great big explosion.
Well, hey, Jasper, by chance, did you test this out anywhere other than currently
Literally
what you're
live
doing?
at the Coliseum.
Absolutely. See, I've been testing this for a good long time. And you don't even have to worry about the explosion because that happens while it's teleported as well. The explosion goes with it. So it's like a grand firework for the entire Coliseum.
Oh.
Is it safe though, Jasper? Because I mean, from what we're hearing, things might be seeming a little unsafe. And as we walked in here, you looked a little all over the place, and you're by yourself. Is this? I mean, something seems wrong, Jasper.
He's going to say, "Okay, fine. If you want to see for the next event, I'll show you. You can come down to the beast holding cell and see exactly what's going on when they teleport." And he's going to say, "I've actually even been experimenting with a new way to teleport them. So this isn't my only desk either. I can go right downstairs and do it manually as well. So I'll show you right from the get-go."
What? Hey, Jasper, hold on. Before we do that, before we go into another explosion, let me ask a couple more questions. The first time you did this teleporting stuff, right? If I remember right, didn't everyone end up having to fight some type of, I don't know, some type of elemental being or something that came out of the river or something like that? And then not long after that, we had some other beings show up whenever you teleported some people that ended up in those anomalies and everything for themselves. And then, I don't know, Jasper, we've just had another being show up. And you think maybe all this energy you're pulling from places and banging up everywhere, you might be disturbing something, the balance maybe?
See, I have thought about that before, but if you really think about it, only 2 out of 3 of those were actually. So we're improving over here. And I've been using this technology for almost an entire month, and the rates have never been higher. We've only had like 2 or 3 mishaps, but that was all on my assistance.
You have assistants.
No.
That makes a lot of sense. So there's this I don't remember exactly what he is, maybe a baker or something, but his name is Osha. Have you ever heard of him?
You know, I've never heard of it, but I am very busy, guys. I gotta tell you, the next event's gonna be starting soon, and I'm gonna have to get these monsters in place and all of my ducks in a row. If you're not one of those ducks, then can I ask for maybe a less busy time to talk to you guys?
Yeah.
I mean, Jasper, I can't stop you from doing anything. I mean, I guess you're just gonna have to watch to see what's going on.
But you could stop him. You're like 6'7". You're huge.
But look how small he is. I can't grab him. He just slipped right through my hands. He's so small.
Oh, I suppose maybe that's true. Well, yes, we can be. If I'm curious to see how this works. So if we must be one of your ducks to experience what's happening, then we can follow along and see the quote unquote OSHA approved explosion.
Hey, but again, real quick, Jasper, where are you getting the energy from for this?
Well, listen, arcane crystals are sometimes hard to come by, but unbelievably easy to make if you're the right kind of guy. So if you have a couple of volunteers, all they have to do is pour all of their mana points into a crystal for an entire week, and then you've got a battery. But it kind of takes a little bit of tricks for me. If you're not really good with tinkering with stuff and don't want to blow up, then you don't want to try it.
You're saying you're using artificial arcane crystals? I mean, Jasper, you're causing this. You're the reason this is happening.
I think the A in the OSHA is for artificial. I think it's okay.
Believe it or not, the artificial ones help a lot more. The natural auto. It's just so much power to deal with all at once. I can almost gauge it correctly. I think I've got a couple of numbers to it now.
All right.
I mean, hey, if you guys want to go watch this, I mean, what's another arm? I don't know.
That's true. In the famous words of, I think it was Yogg. I mean, Draven, you're already halfway there, you know?
Yeah. I mean, let's go watch this calamity. I mean, this show go on.
This is a work of incredible engineering, Draven. Give Jasper some respect. I'll turn to Chester and just be like, we're going to die today.
I'm excited. Actually, not to die, but to see what happens.
Right. Okay.
And he's just going to usher you guys. It is downstairs, but it's kind of like at a angle too. And you can notice as you guys are getting into this large room that has a bunch of cages that house dangerous animals, there's a ramp that leads pretty much directly up to the coliseum. And that's just so there's enough direction to send a blast. So it's like a cannon, but like an entire hallway that isolates the arcane boom to go out.
Cool.
So he's looking at you, he's explaining, this is what this whole hall here for. And you're going to see scorch marks pretty much on the entire hallway, like the ceiling, the floor, the walls, just all the way down this hallway. And he says, don't go down there. Anyway, so check out this one. And he's just going to say a couple of different like crazy animals, like these are the thunder drakes. Have you ever seen a chocobo? And then going 2 or 3 cages down, you're actually going to see his next like desk area where he's able to show this is how it works. And most of the animals you're going to notice have a collar around their neck with a arcane gem. And it's what leads them to be able to be launched into the next room. He's going to give a little bit of an explanation of this, but it's literally just, artificer gobbledygook. And after he's like, all right, now, once you adjust the arcane flux over here, he's going to pull the lever and then look at the drake. And then it's going to shift, like almost glitching entirely. And then you'll see a light go straight down the hallway that's charred up, and it lands directly in the center of the Coliseum. The crowd roars, and now, where the Drake was standing, you still see an after image that starts to distort. It's literally just like, and then bursts into a magical blast that blasts down the hallway as well.
Wow. Firstly, do you have a name for this setup? Something like, it seems like a gate almost, like you see.
Well, you see, the trick is you got to take the molecular disposition of each one of the entities and expel one from the next. So if you have one in one area, one can't be in the next, and you'll get a really, really big side effect if you don't account for that.
I see. Very good.
Didn't you do this to? I think it was Adelaide. She went in 2 different spots. Is she okay?
So you might think it's the same, but the process has actually changed quite a bit. Because of the temporal anomalies of the air, there was just too much variation in what happened. So we're actually breaking down the molecular structure of one here and sending it to the next. So completely different process, but I haven't heard from her in a long time. I sure hope. Okay.
Well, hey, Draven's gonna look down the tunnel, and do I see? I mean, like when I'm looking down like this hallway, tunnel, whatever it is, is it just a straight hallway? Nothing, like no doorways, no nothing, anything like that going off the sides?
It's a straight hallway going to the coliseum that would be a blast area for like people to see the explosion. So it's essentially like a 40-degree incline going just straight up.
All right. Well, hey, Jasper, I don't know if look, I'm not an engineer, okay, but I don't know if you've heard of things called baffles before. Maybe a way to let a little bit of the energy kind of expel its way out to the sides before it goes all the way out. You know, I know a cannon, right? With the cannon, it's just going to go straight. All that energy is going straight out. But if you create these little baffles off to the sides, that can help dispel a little bit of that energy as it comes out. It may not be that big of an explosion, if you will.
That's true, and it can give, and it can make. It's like cooling vents, right? Is what you're saying, Draven? Sort of, kind of.
Yeah, it kind of does that too.
Okay, that's perfect. That then a unnamed blue-haired protagonist can escape at the end of season 2.
That's perfect. That's perfect. You know, I really liked some of the ideas you guys are sending me, and I'm gonna get the dwarves on that almost immediately. They sure do love digging.
Yeah, it's dwarves.
But I mean,
that's dwarves.
It still doesn't seem that safe though, Jasper. I mean, I think I literally just saw the Drake go, and then it was still right there. Like,
then it violently exploded, which was impressive, actually.
Can I go search? Can I go look in the area where the Drake was? Like, is that open to me to go look, or do I need to open a cage or something?
It's not open. The cage will still have a couple of other drakes in it, but you can see the place that the Drake was.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to kind of get up as close as I can without obviously putting myself in some type of danger area. And I just want to go up and just kind of look to see what I could. Do I see anything abnormal right there or anything like that?
Right. Is there any residual temporal fluctuation?
Yeah, so that's what I'm looking for. I want to see, are there any of these like ripples or anything like that in that area? Like, can I sense anything?
Okay. So far you don't necessarily see any temporal things, stuff on. If you wanted to make some sort of a check to investigate it, let's see how well you are at deciphering what's there.
I'll just do like an investigation check, I guess.
Sure.
I want to be right there poking around too, if I can help.
Oh, yeah. I didn't do much. It was a 9.
Here, let me roll a d8. Help you out.
Help will help.
Help will help. 8, another 8.
There we go.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
Awesome. Good roll.
Solid.
So 17?
Yeah, definitely. At first, it just looks like a scorch mark that the Drake used to be standing in. But you do see this like almost residual goo, black goo that's on the ground. It looks like it could have been something burnt beyond recognition, and it doesn't necessarily give off much of a smell, but as you get a little bit closer to it without, making it possible for a Drake to scratch your face, you do smell like this burning rubber almost.
Interesting.
And it's hard to like say because what the smell of weather smells like, right? And in this world, you would know what the like smell of magic smells like. Like you just kind of know that it's in the air. You do know that it's in the air right here and now too. But it's not like a temporal imbalance. It's just like, wow, there's magic all around us.
Hey, Jasper, what's that black goo right there? That doesn't seem right.
I think that used to be an arm, but we don't got to worry about that. The cleaners will get it soon.
I think it used to be an
arm. Why is that an
arm.
arm there, Jasper?
Well, it's just a part of the process.
An arm, specifically,
Jasper,
actually.
This doesn't seem all that. it doesn't seem all that humane to the monsters, if you will, Jasper. I mean, you just took its arm, and Draven's gonna look down at his missing arm, and he's just gonna have a nub. I know what that feels like to just have an arm missing.
Now listen, I know what you mean, and it is awful. But you do have to understand these monsters are about to go into a death battle for which most of them never return. And apparently I just gave the next person a handicap, that's all.
I mean, that is true. That's kind of what the Coliseum's about. These creatures often die, or the participants die.
Where's the monsters coming from, Jasper?
Well, there's a large number of monsters all around the area and every day. But most of the time, we just have to hit up the local monster farmers down the road. This is where our chocobos come from.
Chocobos, I love that.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
It
curious.
definitely seems sketchy, but
Oh, yeah,
he
yeah.
hasn't messed up yet.
I think it's just kind of is what it is, you know. Like I said, no OSHA here. So I'm curious if I feel like Tayek's wondering ever since he's like went on this contract with Chester. He's wondering how similar we are, while like still trying to be mysterious and everything. So I'm like, I wonder if he has a insatiable craving for power like I do. And I'm gonna be like, Jasper, do you have any more of those little arcane necklace tag teleporter mabobs? Like, could possibly one of us experience the raw power that it can have?
He's gonna hesitate and he's gonna say, I've really only used these on monsters. I don't want to be responsible for anything that may or may not happen to somebody who's not currently about to die for thus, you know? It just doesn't seem right. This is still an experimental technology.
Wow.
But if you wanted one of the collars, it'd be easy enough to make one for you.
That sounds good. Chester, what do you think? You want to be the first human guinea pig?
The Vanguard might need a few for to study. Want to make some.
I'm just like wide-eyed inside. I'm just like bells are going. I'm like, I knew it. We're the same. You know, I'm just like, hold on. It's like, actually, yes, that we might need at least 2 of them.
Definitely. And then he's just gonna shuffle through his desk a little bit and he's gonna pull out 2 collars. He's say, here you go. And if you need anything else, put in a complaint. All right, listen, guys, I really got to get back to work. And he's gonna start like pulling a couple of levers, shifting a couple of knobs, and then you'll hear the crowd roar once again as one of the monsters shoots down into the Coliseum. But this time, the monster is taking a lot longer than you would assume for it to distort and disappear. It's still just standing there. But for some reason, Jasper hasn't really noticed or looked back at this specific monster. So he's just going about his business and kind of expecting the boom at any point in time. But it hasn't happened yet.
Hey,
Okay.
hey, Jasper, it's still over here. It ain't gone nowhere. And Draven's just gonna be like pointing with a nub because he keeps forgetting he's missing an arm.
Does it look
So he's just gonna have a
completely?
nub pointing.
Does it look normal, or does it look like weird, like half? What what's it doing?
Right now, the monster, it's just another Drake getting sent down the lane. And it does look like it's just kind of sitting there. The initial like reaction of being teleported was like, but it's still like sitting there. So it was like a stun, but all right, whatever. And then it started going back to doing whatever it was doing. Its necklace is also glowing quite a bit with a fluorescent like bluish, purple.
Can I run over? Can we see like the actual Coliseum from here? Can I run to see if the creature did
The actual
teleport?
Coliseum is kind of a distance away, but it is
Okay.
you'll be able to hear the cheering, but the hallway is not meant to be used for people to go to it. It's meant to be used for like the cannon shop.
Okay. So can't necessarily, or at least not easily or quickly tell if that creature that's right here is also in the Coliseum somehow.
But when the teleportation did happen, the crowd, as they usually would whenever a monster appears out of nowhere.
Okay, so they did seem to react like something happened. Okay, interesting. All right.
Yes.
Well, that's not right.
And Jasper's still going about his business, cranking knobs, pushing levers.
Jasper, telling you something didn't go right. The Drake in the necklace is glowy, looking something wrong.
Says, what are you talking about? It should have been gone by now. I heard the boom. Wait, where's the boom? And then he's going to look back at the Drake, and its necklace is actually going to be glowing brighter and brighter. And as you start to see the gem, it's actually cracked right down the center. For some reason, this arcane teleportation isn't going as planned, and there's a temporal flux starting to appear within the air because the energy is not being expelled because of the crystal. And it's just building and building in the air. There's almost like a anomaly that's happening because two of the exact same things are existing at once.
That's gonna shut this off.
And he's just going to be cranking his levers, trying to say, "I got to get out of here." And he's just like getting more and more worried about it.
Are we seeing any of the other crystals starting to glow at all now, or?
Good question.
Nope, just the one that he tried to teleport.
I'm tempted. Listen, guys, I'm tempted just to like reactionary flip the book open and just send a lightning bolt at the gem before things escalate out of hand. Maybe this creature's gonna like just explode and die. Maybe that's the best case scenario.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, if you can hit it, you think?
I don't know.
It is like shooting fish in a barrel. Everyone's in a cage.
Oh, okay. They're thunder drakes. I might not even hurt them with a lightning bolt, but I bet I'll still hurt the gem.
Can I? If I'll see that Tyek's doing like about to throw something, and I'm gonna throw a psi bolt as well to try to. No, are we trying to blow the gem? Are we trying to?
That's kind of what I was thinking. Like forceful, like a force quit situation, hopefully, but it's really like who knows what's actually going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I could throw a psi bolt at it as well to try to get more damage on it with you.
Why not? I'll just be like, the book's kind of floating in the hand a little bit, just like flipping through pages, and I'll kind of just like swipe my finger violently across one of the pages, and with it will just be like an arc of lightning following my finger, and I'll just kind of like flick it off of my finger kind of thing towards the arcane crystal that's glowing, hopefully.
Okay. And Jasper getting exceedingly exasperated. Get that thing! As he yells over. And when you guys do this, please make an attack check to see how well you do.
Okay.
And you can do it with advantage since it's in a cage.
Okay, cool.
19 for me.
Nice.
I don't know if it'll
Just
add the
8 for you,
modifier.
Cody? Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. It did add it, yes. 21 total.
Nice, very nice. Both of you guys were aiming for the gem, and you actually straight into it. The gem starts to glow harder, crack more, and begins to explode. The initial explosion that you would have expected from the Drake, but there still feels like a temporal anomaly kind of in the air. And as you see the like weird shifting of this air, you actually hear the crowd.
Okay.
What have we done?
I just feel like, what do you mean? We prevented a disaster, clearly.
We're still seeing the temporal whatever thing right there, right?
Yep.
Are any of the other drakes like right there?
Yep, all of the drakes are kind of like getting back away from this, what really feels like a dangerous feeling to them. At least it's like putting off their instincts.
Right.
Would I be able to cast? I don't know if I could cast command on a drake to make it walk into it.
Oh, geez.
I mean,
or
I feel like
can I throw a psi bolt behind them to kind of force them to go another direction, like to kind of go, like I want to see what happens when they cross it.
Yeah, if you wanted to, the psi bolt might end up just scattering them, but I would totally let you use command. It's almost like telling a dog to come here.
Okay. Yeah, I want to use that mana point this early though.
Right.
Oh, right.
I want to sprint to the nearest viewing place of the Coliseum.
Yeah.
I might even intentionally just be like, like, you guys watch this. I'm going to see what's going on. And then
Draven wants to see what happens though, like because Draven has been very curious about these anomalies and all this. He's been very, very curious, and he doesn't know of any other time that he's going to see this, and he wants to see what happens if he gets a Drake to go. So I'm going to shoot a psi bolt. Like real quick, I just want to shoot a psi bolt to see if I can scatter them and maybe get one of them to cross into that area.
Sure. Do you want to go ahead and
That's
just
what I want to do. I don't know what Tyek and Chester are gonna do.
I'm gonna stick with running toward a view of the Coliseum, even if it's a little further from where we are.
So are you going down Cannon Hallway?
Yeah.
All right.
Very sick. Chester's gonna kind of view and see what happens if another Drake crosses into the path.
Okay. And please give me a fate roll to see how the Cybolt scare goes.
All right.
It's all up to fate. I like that.
10.
That's like the most unexciting fate roll.
Yeah.
Right down the middle. So with a shot pretty much directly in the center of this group of drakes, about 5 of them, right? They all just flare their wings up, a little bit of electricity like flies off into the air, and they do begin to like run around into the cage. None of them are really wanting to go over into the section that has the temporal anomaly, except one that walks through it, feels almost like it stops for a second, but continues to go through. Almost like feeling a cold spot if it was a ghost, you know?
Okay. Draven's got what he needed. He's going to see Tyak running, and he's going to start running it right after Tyak.
Definitely. And Tyak probably would have gotten all the way down to the end of the hallway by now. And the crowd gets increasingly more fearful as you do start to notice what's going on. As you're running down the hallway, the turns into run, and then everyone's starting to try to file out. There's kind of starting to be a panic. And as you get closer and closer to being able to like see what's going on in the Coliseum, the Drake that was down in the monster holding pit is starting to distort like it's supposed to in the first phase of teleportation. And this temporal anomaly around it continues to grow, and grow. And once it explodes, the temporal anomaly grows as big as it possibly can. And you guys hear one very, very chilling word. Consume.
Perfect.
Oh no.
Am I close enough to hear it? Or like, are me and Chester close enough, or Tyak still the only one out there?
Tyak would have heard that to the deepest recesses of his brain. If you guys were, let's say, 50 feet from the entrance of the Coliseum, then yes, you would have heard it telepathically.
I'm going to make it real dramatic and just like stop at the end of the hex gate hallway, at the end of the hallway there, where I can see the Coliseum. Just like turn to the rest as they're like running to me and just be like, Reapers.
Never fought a Reaper before.
And let's go ahead and get a look at the new and improved Coliseum. This is what you guys see before you.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Nice.
And that arcane sigil in the center there is...
Can you say that again? The arcane sigil.
The arcane sigil in the center there is how we... It's like a landing pad for the teleportation.
Okay. It cut out again, like right when you finished it, but we know. The last bit put it all together. We got you.
Okay.
Are we coming in from like this top part right here? Is this where we're coming in from?
Yes, you are coming in from the top.
Okay, good.
And you also see one specific thing standing directly into the...
Okay, so this is what you asked for.
I'm just going to go ahead and open but just so you guys can see.
Okay.
And this entity is fairly similar, but it's kind of distorted in a way. And it is unable to fully administer all of its will. So it's just this glitching thing in the distance. But you do see that it's able to toss people off of the stands with just telekinesis.
All right.
I'm afraid. I'm afraid to be in the player seat on this one. I'm not gonna lie.
Have you seen this thing before?
I've only heard of them. A single one of these creatures nearly wiped Oban, Adelie, and Emmeline, I believe, and Mr. Dirt. I don't remember.
Immediately as Draven gets closer and Draven sees it, because Draven's been trying to like study these entities, these beings, and he's gonna immediately while Chester's there and Tyke is there, he's gonna make sure he tells them like, "Hi, look, this one's got weaknesses like to like being stable in one place. It's going to use its telekinesis, sure, and it's going to be trying to teleport all over the place on us. But remember, you got to hit it with something. It needs to be hit because it's going to have to do stability checks to kind of make sure that it can stay like where it's at. It ain't going to have, from what I recall, and I don't know if I can do like a history check from when I can remember if it has any other weaknesses. Like I don't remember it having weaknesses to radiant damage, but I think it was it. Yeah, that's all I can really remember is like making it like hitting it was the biggest thing to do, not to let it charge up anything.
Okay, definitely.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have most of the typical weaknesses that you might associate with the Reapers. This is more like looking at the Reaper.
Okay.
Oof, we're cooked. No, just kidding. I don't know. Well, as a bit of like meta GMing, yeah, I hate to tell you, but this might not line up with what we've seen before. That's all there is. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. And then I'm going to, God, I don't know what to do. This was not. Yeah. So we're up here right now, and we can see the Reaper, right? Is it doing anything other than trying to? It's just, you said, just throwing things around.
It's throwing people out of the stadium and stands by like just picking them up and just telekinesis tossing people around. Some of them are getting dragged straight to him. Some of them are getting tossed over the sides.
I have a question. Some of these people that are getting tossed, are any of them obviously like landing in a way that's like, oh yeah, they're dead? You know what I mean? Like, are some of these people dying?
It looks like the people who are getting tossed off of the side, like getting thrown over a building, probably wouldn't make it. Maybe some of the people getting pulled to them would end up living, but it seems very much fatal what his intentions are.
Okay. Can we tell if this creature seems to be pulling or siphoning any of the energy from these dying things?
Ooh. Make a some sort of like investigation check, maybe awareness.
All right, I will do probably awareness. It feels more like just trying to see with your eyes if it's happening or not kind of thing. So, oh, there's my sheet. Sorry. Okay, awareness. No advantage. 11. Not great.
Yeah. So it doesn't seem like he's siphoning power things, but really you can't tell. There is a still mass of temporal energy surrounding this thing, and the temporal energy doesn't feel like it's gaining or lessening at the moment. But you wouldn't be the best judge of that, honestly.
Fair enough. Yeah. I mean, this is the first time Tyek's seeing it, despite like we may have read about the first encounters, but yeah, that's the best we got.
So this hasn't happened yet, but like Draven's seeing like all these people getting thrown out, and he knows he needs to react to try to like get the focus off the to get that focus from the Reaper onto him and not all the people.
Civvies.
And he's gonna hear this voice kind of in the back of his head, and it's gonna be what he's gonna hear is, and could you hear that?
No, I didn't catch it.
Not enough.
Sorry.
He's gonna hear, call for it, like a little whisper, like a small sound, and he's not gonna know what it is, but he's noticed like over the last couple of days, like what you've seen him come in with was his whip. That's what he carries with him everywhere. You've not seen his bow anywhere with him for like the last like several whenever. But then immediately he just has this urge that he knows he needs to shoot his bow. He needs the bow to shoot. And what you see is like almost instant like, but you can see it kind of growing, that what's been this crystal, like this dark red onyx crystal on his stump for his arm, just immediately grows out into an actual arm. And in it appears his bow. This is his packed weapon. His bow appears this way. His deity has kind of said, has told him, when he hears this is Onyx Shard. It has found you. The bond is sealed. Go and measure them and set judgment to the string. And what no one else notices but Draven only is on the bow. It looks like it's made from a very fine thread of onyx crystal, actually, and it kind of hums. He was told that it was a special bow. He can sense it, but he never really knew what it was. And he's immediately just going to draw his bow up, and hopefully, I really hope this attack hits. But he's going to fire immediately at the deity standing there, right there in the center. Is what he's going to do.
Okay, very cool. Well, what are you guys doing too? Any ideas?
Much
for
less impressive, but Chester's going to shoot. What was it called? Lightning bolt, I think the cantrip one.
Okay. Definitely.
Yeah, lightning bolt.
Okay. All right. Tyek's got his little book, like just floating a couple inches off his hand, and it's just kind of like flipping through pages. And I'll kind of just like grab a page and then like pull my hand up, and like in front of me, it'll just be like this, almost like just swirling air of just like a shield, more or less. And I'm just going to be like, in case this goes wrong, I will be ready to defend. And I'm basically just readying to cast shield in case somehow this doesn't go like we expect.
Okay.
Any of us kind of thing.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna ask for an attack roll from both of you guys, but after these things resolve, I might need to do initiative unless you guys want to do a skill challenge type of thing.
Okay.
So Draven would have just as well. I don't have control of my token, but Draven would have moved off to the side a little bit. He wouldn't have been like, he would have tried to move out of the, like, not be right there, jump, like bump, like with everyone as he came in and saw what it was.
Definitely.
Do I?
Is there a reason why whenever I copy and paste the tokens, it doesn't let everyone?
It's only that one. I know that if you just drag the character from the journal, that'll work.
There we go.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
No worries.
That's all right. Yeah, so Draven would have he would have stepped like at least a space away. I would have blink bladed, like over to get over to kind of get away from everyone, because I know knowing the creature is telepathic when it's been throwing things, Draven would have tried to separate himself from the other guys.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and in case it comes up, the whole shield ready thing, I am using shield as my pack cantrip, so I got like 5 spaces that I can use it in actually. So I'm still ready to do that.
Nice.
That's actually pretty awesome.
All right. So you said you want to make an attack roll now?
Yep. A couple attack rolls, see how well you do.
So I can use another action
Oh,
point to
come
add
on.
1 damage, right?
We're not counting action points at the moment because it's outside of like initiative combat. So it's just like whatever you want to do
Yeah, kinda
for
just
that specific thing.
A quick single action thing.
Okay. I just asked because there's an enhancement for lightning bolt where I spend an action point to add one lightning damage. So I guess I would be able to do that, or
But not this time. It's kind of like a
Okay.
quick reaction type of thing.
gotcha. All right, let me roll.
So I talk up Draven, like getting his arm back through this, and then I roll a 9 for my attack check.
Oh, dude, I know.
I get it.
It may be advantage for calling it so for like describing it so cool, like, huh?
So I rolled 13 for mine.
Okay, not bad. But unfortunately, it does miss. And it's not just a simple miss for Draven. Unfortunately, this temporal monster is able to start to move the temporal anomalies at its will. So a little like cloud of just shifting air appears before it. The arrow just goes directly into this temporal anomaly. Temporal anomaly, and it shoots straight back out at you with the exact same intensity.
I knew it.
Coming straight back at you. And let's see. Go ahead and make an attack check.
Can I apply shield for him as I was readying it?
It's a dirty 20, but yes.
Okay, so that would add 5 to your PD. I imagine.
Would I be able to use my reaction of a returning shock if I let it hit me?
What is returning shock? Is it
So returning shock is the spell that the trigger is a creature within range damages me, and as a reaction, I can make a spell check versus the PD of that creature that would cause 3 lightning damage to them. So basically, it sounds like he's doing to me what I'm about to do to him.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Because I mean, it's a reaction. It's a reaction spell, is what it is.
Absolutely. I'd love to see it. Reaction
Okay.
after reaction. Just
Right.
Yeah, but I
What is
have
it?
to let it hit me, and that would be a normal hit. So I have to let
Okay.
it hit me.
sounds good. And what was the damage for your attack against you?
It would have been just a normal hit.
Which was 1 or 2 from your bow?
Oh yeah, 1.
Oh.
1 for my bow. Sorry.
Okay. Because technically you hit yourself.
right.
Yeah. So with PDR though, well, does PDR count for a bow? Physical damage reduction?
Yeah. Piercing, bludgeoning, and slashing.
Yeah. So my PDR would have negated that 1.
Okay.
But I did a returning shock of 23 against its PD.
Very cool. That is just a normal hit, but it does take just a little bit of lightning damage.
23 is a normal.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I knew it.
And now it's actually really mad.
We are
As you
cooked.
guys are starting to see it was of pulling somebody to it, and you see one of the fans just catapult basically like 30 feet over the span of like 2 seconds, and it's just almost a smear as they're pulled into one of these temporal anomalies, and you're seeing a Reaper's face kind of like reach out of the like temporal cloud anomaly and then back in. It's easy to imply that he just created a Reaper from one of your citizens, but it's not in our current dimension. It's in his.
I've played D&D for about 5 years, 6 years. I mean, this isn't D&D, but you know, like D&D as a broad term, as the Kleenex of tabletop role-playing games. I've never been so authentically afraid of a monster.
Yeah, I'm lost. Like 23 was a normal.
Okay. Okay. All right, we got to find a way to shut this thing down outside of just taking it head on, I think.
Yeah. I wonder.
Are we in? Go ahead.
I was saying, I wonder if we can go back to the source where Jasper was, if he might be drawing some power from those crystals that were once there, or any of the device parts.
Alternatively, do we have Jasper gave us the 2 arcane crystal necklaces?
Mm-hmm.
I almost wonder if we could like just use the energy in them to try to disrupt this thing's stability somehow too, you know, like do like a shoot and skeet kind of situation, throw the crystal, blow the crystal on impact kind of deal, you know, something like crazy like that.
That could be fun.
I don't know, just spitballing.
I'd like to cast Befriend on it.
Unfortunately, it's completely immune to anything.
Okay.
That makes sense.
I really just wanted to, hey friend.
Let's just calm down.
Honestly, you could speak to it directly right now, and it would, as you're within its range, you're not going to necessarily get something past it if you were going to put your intent out for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, these things are the embodiment of Katarana's desire to consume.
What brought you here? Why don't you just go home? No one wants you. Just go. Get on at it.
Right. And almost just like a mindless beast, just always consumed with its gluttonous virtues. It's just gonna say consume. My dog was having a dream.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Heard it a little bit.
It's listening to you describe this Reaper.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's having a nightmare, Alex. Actually,
yeah.
Just like the rest of us.
Okay, so do you guys want to try those crystals?
And I might also say that behind you, hallway, all of you are out, but you do feel an explosion coming from behind your back, and it goes right over your head with a. The last 4 drakes popped.
60% of that. Oh no.
Okay.
Sorry.
I think it was enough to understand, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
4 more explosions go out over your head. The last 4 drakes popped, and you're hearing a very, very, very worried Jasper behind you. Not specifically behind you, but down the hallway.
Right. Popped? What do you mean by popped? What does that mean exactly?
Well, it looks like the teleport thing with the necklace tried to happen, but they didn't teleport, and they just popped. Did the explosion of the release of temporal energy, like that's supposed to happen.
So the things we have in our pockets are exploding right now.
What if we get Jasper to activate those with this little thingy, and you guys somehow get those on the Reaper?
Oh, that'd be interesting. Try to actually like physically like plant them on the Reaper. That could be cool. It might be more effective than the old toss and shoot. Maybe not. You know, I don't know. Hard to say. Oh man, how do we go about this? I definitely like the idea of getting the crystals from the necklaces near or on the Reaper and then blowing them up somehow. I like that idea in general. I think that's good. It might not do anything. I don't know.
But do we notice those crystals? I mean, like, I know we don't have much time, but do we notice anything with those crystals right now?
Your crystals don't look like they're going to explode, but they are.
They are what?
They are glowing more than when they are. Man,
it's all the key information.
Yep. They are glowing more. They don't look like a dangerous glow, just a tiny glow, more than before.
Okay, all right.
So I think they're gonna pop
at some point.
Yeah, I have an idea. Also, I don't really know how familiars work, but I do have so Chester's familiar is a kind of shadowy jellyfish, and one of its abilities I can use with extra mana points is chameleon, which lets it invisible for 1 minute. I'm thinking if I give that my necklace, and I could maybe have that planted on the creature here.
Oops.
Yeah, that sounds cool. You could probably use that in a suicide bomber for the necklace. Did it cut out again?
No.
Sorry.
Okay.
Can I space on that though? That's basically the whole coliseum. I was gonna throw that scroll of silence, so that way it would give us a little bit of an advantage, like it wouldn't hear, and maybe maybe confuse it.
Mhm.
I don't think that's gonna work. Draven, all right. So Chester, you have a crystal, and Tyek has a crystal.
Yeah.
You're gonna give your crystal to the familiar, right?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm a bit confused about how familiars work though, because the thing it says your familiar shares your HP and death's door threshold if you both take damage. Like, does that mean that if my familiar takes damage, I take damage?
Yes.
So suicide bomber might not be the best idea.
Yeah, no, not so much.
But I could recall it at any time too, I believe.
Yeah, I mean it's just gotta plant it, right?
Yeah, it would just have to plan it, and I hope this monster can't see any invisible creatures.
Draven will take the other crystal. Draven will take the other crystal. And if I use the scroll of silence and like have it on me, does that 10 space go with me?
Oh, interesting.
Or does that just go in that one area, like where I set it at, it goes in that one area?
As cool as I would love to have like a point of
Yeah.
and you walk around with it, that sounds crazy broken. So I feel like
Yeah,
I
it
have to have
Yeah, it does. It really does. It really does.
I
Okay, I just
agree.
want to make sure.
It'd probably
Because-
also be really hard to track.
Because what I want to do is I want to get Tyek to give me his crystal, and I'm gonna do my little whisper thing for my scroll, and I'm gonna throw it. I want to throw the scroll to like this area over here. So that way it's because I don't want the 10 spaces to affect Chester.
Okay.
Or Tyek with anything that they have to do because they're spellcasters.
Yeah.
So I just want to see if I can. I want to get the crystal. I'm gonna make my way around here and use my scroll. Essentially, is what I'm gonna do.
Sure thing.
If you guys are good with that, to approach with the crystal.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of stuff happening. The Reaper's probably going to be doing. There's a lot of stuff we want to make happen here. I feel like what I'm trying to say is this is all just planning phase. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
because the Reaper is going to act just as fast as we do in theory, right? I imagine. So, but I like that plan. I'm fine with you having the crystal instead of me, especially since
Yeah.
it seems dangerous.
I mean, because we got 2 crystals. I imagine double the chances of trying to get it there.
Alternatively, okay, hear me out. What if your sick new bow is awesome, and we love that, and your arm, right? That's awesome.
Yeah. No.
What if we just lace this thing to an arrow and distract
that's
him
what I'm
so your
going.
arrow actually hits?
I should have said that. I'm not gonna go up to it.
Oh, okay.
With the crystal.
Okay.
I'm going over this way. I want to get over this area over here with it, and that's my plan, is to shoot it with the crystal like tied to an arrow. But I want that zone of silence so I'm unheard to get that advantage.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Right?
I see
So I
it.
think is that how unheard works?
I think it is according to the rules.
I'd assume
For
so.
hiding.
I'd pretty
Yeah,
much
because
treat
I
it
have to
like
spend an
sneak
AP to hide, and then you become hidden from a creature. Pass awareness. You make a noise louder. You make an attack. Cast a spell.
As long as
I
this
don't know. Maybe
creature
not.
functions like that. But either way, we basically excuse me, I'm sorry. Either way,
Yeah.
we want to make sure that arrow hits, because if it doesn't, that exact same thing we just witnessed could happen again, and then you've got the necklace coming flying back at you in arrow form. But I'm down to just play the distraction, and so that thing lands. You know what I'm saying? I'm down to like,
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna
Whatever that
pump
looks like.
I'm gonna pump all my AP into it, making sure it hits.
right.
Like, I'm gonna roll with advantage to make sure it hits.
And while all that's going on, you're gonna hear a bunch like frizzle sprockets and gear schnitz.
All right. We hear Jasper just
Having a
cussing
problem
like a
back
sailor.
Yes.
Is
All right.
we missed some of that? Is he around, or is that just in general a panic to what's happening kind of thing?
Oh no, Jasper's basically just panicking in the back in the hallway, just yelling a whole bunch of exploitatives, trying to get the stuff under control.
Perfect. Okay, sounds good.
I'm just gonna I think we just need to holler back to Jasper, make these crystals blow up, and like we need to act quickly to try to get this done. But we need him to work quicker to get these crystals activated. Like, You guys are closer, maybe yelling at him to activate the crystals, Jazz, or something.
Right.
And then we work to quickly try to get this in place.
I like it. Do we want to do this actually like turn based? You know what I'm saying? Do we want to go
That
for
makes sense to me.
initiative and see how this goes?
Yeah. I mean, I think it'd be kind of, yeah.
Okay.
It'll be
Yep.
pretty much like turn-based, but also skill challenge-y in a way.
Oh, okay. I was asking
Just,
like
just depending on what's going on.
Okay,
or what
okay,
you guys
okay.
are gonna do.
That sounds good.
So we're
Okay.
putting one necklace on the arrow and the other one with the jellyfish. Is that kind of the plan here?
Yeah.
Like you said, I don't. Yeah, it might work out to give it to the jellyfish. It's probably fine. I guess that's your call. It's your familiar and your possible life at stake. But I mean, sure.
Can your jellyfish just drop the necklace if needed and like get away?
Oh yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't be able to do that. I think, like, correct me if
Yeah.
I'm wrong, but I'm able to just recall the familiar at any time as well, right? Is that how it works?
I think to recall it takes an action point possibly, but you could literally just like dispel it for free anytime.
Yep, you can unsummon it.
Yeah.
So if for some reason it was out of, do you believe it instantly unsummons? Is it just out in the distance somewhere?
I missed the first half of what you said there.
Let's say your jellyfish goes into a temporal. Now it's a dimension. Can you unsummon it, or is it instantly unsummoned?
Like, is that specified under the familiar spell, or are you like just asking like what I believe would happen?
Just kind of like general consensus, what you guys think. If it's too far out of your range to command it,
Well,
to be kind of.
I mean, it just says you can spend a minor action to dismiss the familiar into a pocket dimension and then summon it back from the pocket dimension. So it's just a minor action to dismiss it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's I think in general the intent is the same as how it works in 5e. Like the familiar can be super far away in theory. You just can't do anything with it unless it's in like a certain range kind of thing. But I think you could dispel it or unsummon it anytime, anywhere kind of thing.
Makes sense
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, I think it makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
but yeah,
I think until the great rewording comes out for DC20's
Right.
spells and all this stuff. I mean, I think it works that way.
yeah.
Makes sense to me.
But I'm definitely down. I'll reach into my pouch wherever I've got the necklace. I wouldn't say that I was foolish enough to put it on yet, probably.
Yeah.
And I'll see Draven over there and just be like, I'm kind of on the same page. We see what's going on here. I'm going to toss it over to him. That's my first plan. Toss him the necklace.
Absolutely.
Now that I think about it, these would probably need to blow up at the same time, and an arrow traveling is a lot faster because it would take my familiar, I think, 2 turns to even get there because it goes 5 spaces.
Yeah, we could just tie him. We could, maybe we just have 2 chances, or we just put both of them on an arrow and like go all in,
Hail Mary, yeah. I guess that would just depend if Jasper is able to choose which one and when he would be able to like blow them up, which we can't know right now.
Yeah, it seems like maybe they'll also maybe just blow up on their own over time before too long.
Yeah, I mean, if one blows up, wouldn't it blow the other one up with all the stored energy in it?
Could be. Could is it reasonable to expect that, you think, Alex? Or is it like, who knows?
You would assume that an next
Man, you were cut out for that whole thing. But you're saying,
explosions usually cause more.
all right, perfect.
Yeah.
All right. With
Yeah, so we
that
could
in
go
mind,
all in.
I might just give my necklace as well. To
Okay.
Jade.
Yeah. And then Draven's gonna be, Draven, like, he's gonna have to tie this to an arrow.
Yeah,
right?
it's gonna take a second.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to like hide behind this pillar, right? Like, you guys give me that. I would get behind the pillar to try to hide behind it, and I would be like, well, I'm gonna need you to distract them for a little bit while I try to get these tied to an arrow, because I'm gonna want to make sure that they're like secure to an arrow and not just a quickly tied type of thing.
Yeah. Totally agree. We need to make sure it counts if we're going all in with both of them. So
I guess I should ask, do you guys want to do it as a skill check? Just roll initiative and go through action point.
I know,
Doesn't
right?
matter to me.
I feel like initiative. I feel like doing it with initiative could be easier. I don't know. What do you think? What do you guys think?
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
I kind of feel the same. I think initiative would probably be the good way to go.
Okay.
Sure. Then let's go ahead
do
and roll
it.
up a couple of numbers whenever you guys are ready to get your plan underway.
I'm scared. Let's do it.
Can I unsummon my familiar in this case since we're not actually using it for their planning?
No tokens are selected. What?
Yeah,
talking about?
it doesn't. You didn't really have the plan concrete yet, so you can just
I rolled a
I'll
10
refund
on
my
initiative.
nice.
Nice.
I rolled a natural 20. It only gave me a 21, which isn't right. It would have been 23.
Very cool,
Nice.
though.
Good roll.
You definitely go first with advantage.
Looks like I'm panicking enough to be the distraction first.
I tried rolling for my character, and it says you attempted to use a roll command looking for the value of a selected token, but no tokens are selected.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I like select Chester and then do it again.
Okay, let me try that again. Oh,
There you-
I did it twice.
Okay.
Twice 2 are critical. I'm so confused. Okay. My first one was an 8, which isn't great.
Well,
but-
it should have. It didn't add in your. Oh, you don't have any agility.
No, I don't have any agility. So I added 1 for combat mastery, nothing for agility.
Okay. Yeah.
See, that's
So,
weird because I do have agility and it didn't add mine anyway. I have 2 agility. But like I said, I fixed it with 23. Anyway,
Darn
Alright.
computers.
okay, whatever.
So we got
A-
a natural,
Yes.
definitely.
Yes,
Let's see how
I
well this
agree.
one does.
Oh, come on.
We're cooked.
Come on.
If this is anything like the first similar
Oh my
Reaper, that's going to
This
be a
is why
really
I'm
high
worried.
number.
Yeah. Oh my
Yep.
gosh.
Gonna go ahead and average everybody to
There we go. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be painful.
Yeah.
Really is Yogg right now.
right. Okay. So now that we have all of that set up, Tayak, what do you want to do first?
Am I only going first because it was a nat 20 and I won with that kind of thing?
Yep. You
Okay.
could technically give away your initiative, if you'd like to.
Okay. Well, I meant did I only beat the creature because it was a natural 20? Sorry. Did I only beat the Reaper?
No. The Reaper is. I didn't add anything for its initiative. I don't think it had any agility to help it, to be honest.
Okay.
So
Okay.
It's
all
just
right.
18.
All right, cool. Sweet. All right, in that case, I'm definitely going first. I'm going to be the distraction. Here we go. We toss Draven the things. We see him starting to get his arrows ready. I might as well just go all in on this. Okay, let's try impaired and hindered. Hindered is disadvantage on physical checks, and impaired is disadvantage on mental checks. I think.
Okay.
Is that right?
I'm sorry, say that again.
I'm sorry. I should have pulled this up earlier too. Impaired versus hindered.
Impaired is disadvantage on physical checks, and hindered is disadvantage on attacks.
Oh, interesting. I don't know if this would actually help with either of those. Can we tell if him using crazy telekinesis stuff is attack checks or would it be like spell checks technically or whatever?
The telekinesis would fall under a spell check.
Okay, that makes sense. All right.
Do you
All
have
right.
anything that can daze?
Unfortunately not, but that's okay. I am going to physical checks was impaired. I'll still go with that. All right. So I'm going to basically, the pages are flipping. I'm just going to kind of like reach down and just palm one of these pages. And it looks like I'm just ripping out a page, but instead I'm just like ripping off just like this gross, like vibrant acid off of the page. And I'm just gonna just like throw it like a handful of mud, casting acid bolt at the Reaper. And specifically, 1 action point for the cast, 1 action point to use the corrode condition. So it has to make a physical save or become hindered. Wait, I'm looking at the wrong one. Sorry. All the same stuff, but poison instead. Because I want impaired, not hindered. So
Totally.
okay. So 1 for casting poison bolt, 1 for possibly invoking hindered. And then I'm going to spend the other 2 on advantage. So 3
Okay.
D20s coming. Here we go. Let's do this. All right. A double advantage. Yeah, that's what I want. Target flank. No. Extra minor. Let's do that. Let's do this. Oh my gosh. Okay. 18 total
18 total.
against PD.
Oh, 23 was
Doesn't
wrong.
hit.
Oh, what?
Does anything else happen? Or do I just miss?
Oh my gosh.
So nothing happens this time. You are actually pretty close to hitting it, to be honest. It's almost like you thought you hit it and then it just like passed through it in a way. Pulling a little bit of the Obito special.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Oh my
Well, that was
gosh.
all my action points on that specifically. I should have moved towards it, but I panicked. So I'll just try to, as like a not real thing, I'll just be like, you better be careful. I nearly got you at that. And that's all I can do.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
It's okay. It's awesome. That's it for my turn.
And then the entity is going to look at all of you, and then you're going to hear the word consume one more time in your. He's going to
try his best to teleport straight to Tyek's face. You're going to see him disappear, a cloud of this temporal energy puff into smoke, and then he runs into a slam hard wall at the edge of this right here, just with the most vicious.
A wall? An actual wall?
It seems he cannot escape from this arcane sigil.
Oh,
Okay. That helps.
Yeah.
But while he did waste an action on a teleport that did not work for him, he is going to send his arm straight down the line. It looks like a karate chop, but as you see this black energy start to emanate from his arm, it's going to be a straight shot right to you, Tyek. And this is starting to look like a long black scythe straight to you.
I'm gonna cast shield as a reaction.
I could use shield. Wait, didn't you use all your action points? Or are you able to do
Yeah,
that?
since my turn was over, they refresh now.
Yeah.
So now it's just
Oh, okay.
reactions.
I mean, I could use my shield if you want, or would that have the same effect?
No, dude, I'll shield myself.
Okay.
Well,
okay. all
actually,
right.
I guess if you do shield me, yeah, sure, you use shield because I can use it at
have a
range.
I don't have a huge plan for my.
Okay.
turn right now.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take your shield. That's cool.
Okay, that's just a one action thing. And what do I roll again for shield?
Oh, you're
I've
good.
played
It just
spellcaster
works.
before.
Just works. So I have a +5 to my PD and AD
Oh.
now.
Oh,
And
nice,
hopefully I
okay.
can tank this hit.
All right, let's go ahead and see if it hits.
Just remember you're one action point
Yeah.
down.
I got you.
15 on your physical defense.
I'm safe. Thanks to shield.
Let's go.
Very nice. And
It's worth
before
it.
your shield, what shield look like?
Yeah.
By the way, is it just this like blue thing that pops up, or
It's kind of like a sort of black shadowy cloud that jumps in front of wherever I direct it.
very cool? And honestly, it's this like long black, almost like scythe type of shape that's starting to kayak. And then once it hits into this smoke, it just starts to dissipate, almost like a twister of these two dark forces fighting with each other.
Yeah. I'll just like, like eyes closed and like, like one eye open, like, oh, Chester, thank you. I nearly died right there on the spot. I really appreciate that.
And then
Warlock's got to stick together.
And then knowing he can't necessarily do much else, going to try his, get over here. He's going to telekinesis Tyek with another, hopefully, good spell check for him.
Spell check. Let's just see what happens. I do want to be a distraction, actually, so this might do it.
Is that
Oh,
disadvantage?
okay.
Is that disadvantage? Because it's the second spell.
Oh, okay.
So he got a 16. He got a 16 to,
Okay.
It's like a check, I guess. Well, no, it's an attack, actually. It's
Okay.
just a like grab you type of thing, almost like a long range grapple that you kind of can't fight.
Yeah, that makes sense. My AD is 11, which I would almost think that target AD, but my PD is 15. Either way, it got me.
Okay. So as you do, you're just getting face. You're going to get pulled right up close to it. You're looking it dead in the eyes, and you are pulled literally from like the center of your mass, lifted up like 2 or 3 feet, and then just like sucked straight in.
Oh, no. That's awesome.
Like you almost got whiplash, your head's,
Oh no.
Right.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's awful.
but
and
you
awesome.
didn't get pulled into an anomaly and turned into a reaper.
Oh my
like the last
gosh.
guy used.
I guess you're right. All right. That's another fear unlocked.
Okay.
Oh my god. Wait. So that guy that we saw, wait, hold on. So the Drake that we saw that went through an anomaly was not turned into a Reaper, but the guy that went through.
Yep. The
Okay.
Drakes exploded and caused all of
Yeah.
teleportation shenanigans to be possible. But the person he's exerting his will over to like move around with telekinesis, if they get sent
Yeah,
through the anomaly, they're turned into a Reaper.
That's insane. Okay.
Okay. All right. So it's Draven's turn now, right?
Yep.
Alex, why did we make this BBEG? Why did we do this?
It's not scary at all.
Okay. All right. So Draven is going to spend an AP to go to hide over here, which would be like like 2 spaces. So I'll have 3 spaces of movement still left. I'm going to attempt to tie those crystals. Well, I guess I'm going to also spend an AP to hide, which I don't. How do you? Do I roll hide? Do I roll for hide? Yeah, you spend an AP to attempt to hide from the creature. Make a stealth check against opposing creature's passive awareness. Okay. My stealth is. Do I have? I got a 2 in stealth, so I make a stealth check to see if I can hide.
Sounds good.
2, please be 15 against its passive awareness.
Unfortunately, it's still aware of where you're at. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I got 2 AP left. How much AP do I need to use to try to tie these crystals to the arrow?
You can totally do that with a free action.
Okay, so I can use like a minor action to do that, or just or one act, or just okay. All right, so I'm gonna spend a minute to try to like get those tied up, and then I'm going to use my last 3 spaces of movement to get over here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to. Do I notice those crystals? Do I notice if the crystals are getting brighter now at this point?
The crystals in your pocket
On the arrow.
On the arrow, they are definitely increasing in brightness.
Do they appear to look like what I saw on the Drake before they exploded, or do I feel like they need more time?
They look like they need more time, but the Drake's crystal malfunctioned because it was also a broken crystal. So you might know a way to accelerate that.
So all right, if I don't see like they're looking like they're about to blow up at all, I'm gonna try to buy a little bit more time with them because I don't want to shoot them too early, and then they do nothing.
Yeah, you also want to make sure you land it too. So like you might even want to wait so that we can like sync up some help with you, or something like that.
Yeah. So instead, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna try to cast command on it. I'm gonna try to cast command on it. That'd be my last 2 AP and then an MP. And I want to tell it to why don't you just fall to the ground is what I'm gonna try to lay down on the ground. Just to make it do something weird, I guess. Actually, no, I'm going to tell it to move. I'm just going to tell it to move. I'm going to tell it to move up to its whatever, try to move away from Tayek.
Okay.
So that's going to be go ahead.
It will. Is that like a psychic type of attack? If it is, then it will have an advantage against.
It is a spell check versus target's charisma save.
Okay. Yeah. It's not inherently psychic, I don't think. Then.
Yeah. All right. So it's a spell check. So he'll have to make a charisma save against my spell check.
Sure.
It is under the
12.
Be basically against its force of will kind of thing is what charisma is representing here.
Roll lower than a 12. Whoo!
Oh, see, there you go.
I'm like, hi, why don't you get away from Mr. Tayek over there and just move across that sigil if you don't mind, please? And just trying to force it away.
Did you try to make it move backwards? Is that what you mean?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. It takes 1 step backward.
That'll show it.
Perfect.
I think we win, right?
Yeah, I think we just won. Good game, guys. Thanks for running the game, Alex.
Yeah. What's our reward again? Like 2,000 gold? And we can just...
Oh my gosh. All right, that's my turn.
I love that.
Right. And to answer your question, Alex, under the spells category, it says psychic and enchantment. So I don't know if there's a difference between psychic and enchantment. But...
Okay. I would say, for the most part, it's like a psychic entity, right? So it's going to have resistance against things that are psychic. But let's just say that it's more on the kind of like enchanting them to do something. So that's what the command is, I guess, in this instance. But for the most part, psychics is going to be pretty hard to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
But was that it for your turn, Draven?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I thought you heard me say that was my turn.
Okay, totally. And then it should be Chester too.
Yeah.
Oh
sorry.
boy. So one idea I have, I don't know how effective it would be, but just in the order to create a distraction, I'm going to cast 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm going to cast Minor Illusion and create the sound of like a very angry hissing drake coming from another direction to hopefully maybe distract him, cause him to lose. I don't know like what that can do, but just kind of break his focus. So let me see how much range do I have on Minor Illusion? That is okay, so 5 spaces by default is not great. I have to move then for that. So 1, 2.
5 spaces will get you to.
That can get me there.
I mean, that's
I can
5 spaces.
Yeah, I can split up my movement right between my turn.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can like do 2 spaces action and then 3 spaces after. I think. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna move a little bit to. Yeah, I'm gonna move a bit closer here, and then I'll cast the hissing Drake sound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll. Okay, how do I ping this? Yeah, I'll probably cast it right over here to hopefully kind of tear its attention somewhere else. And then this is a very, very, very desperate idea. But so Chester he's half human, half beastborn. His beastborn is like a big cat creature. He's kind of like a lion. His hair it goes down to his like neck and back like a mane, and his nails are like claws, fingernail hybrid things. But anyway, so
Very cool.
he has the ability to sort of communicate with big cats. Is there any chance there were big cats in the tunnel that he can maybe call for backup to come to our aid?
I love it.
So there were a couple of different big cats back there. The first thing that we talked about being in like a vent was a jaguar bear. So there's a little bit of feline monsters back there, kind of. Yeah. So they're in a cage. How would you tell Jasper you want them?
That's a very good question. Jasper's well, we can hear him right now because we hear him like yelling and cursing.
Right.
So that means I should be able to speak to him as well. Oh, but are they just gonna? Okay, I'm gonna shout. I don't know if that's like a minor action or what, but I'm going to shout and holler to Jasper and say if he can send those what are you called, pine bears or the whatever
Bear jaguars.
yeah bear jaguars, if he can maybe send some of them our way, and maybe I can use my Hatley connection to have them aid us in this fight.
Yeah,
That's cool.
absolutely. And tell you what, after like your turn right here, Jasper will have like a turn that affects.
Very cool, very cool.
That's cool. I like that idea.
Yeah, desperate times. So I made my illusion. That was 1 action. I only have 3 actions to work with.
And if you were going to do that illusion, I was going to try to do something on this advantage because it's distracted because of your illusion.
Would you say at the start there?
The next person to attack the entity has advantage because of illusion being a distraction.
Nice.
Actually,
Okay.
very cool. Might be a good time for the arrow, maybe. I am going to use my.
Just for the record, I'm gonna blow my whole action just as a distraction, hopefully as a reaction. So I'll be helping with that too.
Or I'm going to use the rest of my movement to get some distance, and I don't know if it's partial or full cover, but I'll try and get behind that pillar. And then my final action. Actually, before I did that, JK, my finger never got off the chess piece. Okay, I play by those rules. I am going to just a little. Wait, no, he can redirect the lightning at me. You know what? And the odds of a lightning bolt hitting him aren't good, and I suspect he might even have lightning resistance just because of his whole vibe. So I don't want to waste an action though, because I don't know what else to do. They want to move.
Well, you can like do a hold action or a dodge, like do a dodge type thing in
like
case.
prepare a dodge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would I even need that if I'm behind full cover though? I mean, maybe. I don't know if you can get to me, but yeah, I mean,
Right.
Every little bit helps.
yeah, I'll also prepare a dodge behind this little pillar here, and that would be my turn.
I mean, he's telekinetic, so he can.
You can
Right,
behind
yeah.
it, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like not even see you and just pull you out of there. Just like, no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Definitely. So that's the end of your turn. Now we're going to get Jasper's turn. And we've been hearing quite a bit from Jasper, but we had to censor that, so we're not going to hear it. He's been going nuts down there. And honestly, after he hears like, hey, send him up here, he's just going to be like, you're crazy, but fine. Then he pulls a couple of levers, and he's going to send a couple of teleported monsters straight to you guys. They're going to appear in this center insignia here. There's going to be like one monster here, one monster here, monster here. And you're going to see the systems start to get loaded. And the crystals currently behind you, Draven, is starting to crack as well. Floating crystal in the stands. Starting to crack and distort and have a little bit of that aural energy around. the 3 jaguar bears that were just teleported into this sigil begin to distort and blow up. It's starting to just take out portions of the coliseum. There's craters 2, 3 in here, and you can kind of tell that it did affect this entity. It's starting to distort more than normal. It's like glitching back and forth, and then everything starts to calm down. But the crystal right behind Raven is almost broken, starting to just like you would expect around the college. But the crystal behind Raven is at least 50 times the size of the crystals that you have in your pocket.
That's good. That's what we like to see. That's great.
Someone lose more than an arm.
Yeah.
There's a crystal behind me too, right?
Yep.
Oh no, I'm on the wrong side of the pillar.
I ironically feel like the safest one now.
Okay.
And that'll be Jasper's turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's back up to me then.
Yep.
I'm looking over at Draven, seeing he's got the gems fashioned to an arrow now. Can I tell how brightly they're glowing at this point? Do they seem more volatile?
They definitely seem more volatile. And if you really wanted to like make the gem explode, like it's at the tip of an arrow, you just crack it on the wall and then shoot it quick. You know what I mean?
This thing's ready to go. Okay. It's ready to ignite. I'm gonna just kind of like look over at Draven, and try to basically communicate in slow motion with eyeballs. Like, is this it? We doing this?
And I'm just gonna look back, and I'm gonna telepathically, because I got my
Oh,
bow in hand.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be like, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay. All right.
Both of your heads. Consume.
Oh, that's awful. Just look back at the Reaper and it's like, you stay out of this. Okay. Man, I really don't want to be close to it. This is what I'm thinking. It's a bit strange. I would like to just like fire off as many like distracting things as possible. Okay. So I'd like to hold an action to like shoot an acid bolt, a poison bolt, a lightning bolt, and kick sand.
Okay.
I want to like hold the action to just like do all of that as soon as Draven is about to fire the arrow.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And the intent isn't even to hit with any of them. Realistically, I'm just trying to help however that works mechanically. You know what I mean? So
Calling for cover fire.
exactly. So yeah, like I said, I don't know how that'll work mechanically. We can just, if you're cool with it, we can just make it the help action a whole bunch of times, and I'm fine with that.
If you wanted it to be the help action, but yeah, that's fine. I don't want to put any like stipulations behind it. But if you did want to make it attacks, it'd just be like normal attack, disadvantage, double disadvantage.
Right, exactly. So how about this? I'll reason with you because I know that doesn't feel quite good because I'm not technically in range to use the help action. So how about instead of starting with a D8 and then a D6 and then a D4 and a D4, how about I start at a D6 and then the rest are D4s? So like already starting with a penalty due to not being right up next to him.
I can deal with that.
All
But
right,
I
cool,
also
cool.
see a decent argument for he's making a ranged attack. You're helping by being essentially the target or next to the target. So it's almost like you're helping in the range of where the attack would land. So was my thinking.
Okay. Yeah, however you want to do it, that works for me too. But yeah, just a whole bunch of help actions for me, and I'll technically wait to use them as reactions for Draven or whatever, So
Sure.
that's all my action points right there.
Definitely.
Unfortunately, he goes once before me or before Draven, but that's okay. We'll start with this and see what happens.
So he's going to start looking around, and Tyak is obviously the clearest target that he can go for. Chester is kind of harder to get to, but he can still hear him in his. And as he takes one more slash just right at Tyak, he's going to...
You don't think he'd be mad at me for making him move against his will?
I mean, he might be, but
Yeah.
I think you might be out of his range. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus, I'm already preparing all these
actually.
spells, so this whole time I'm just like violently flipping through my book, like dabbing each finger with like different types of elements and
I was
stuff.
trying to help you. I was trying to help you, Tyak. I was still trying to help.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But that fateful karate chop that turns into the scythe starts to head towards you, and see if it hits.
Just gonna eat it this time. Please don't be a natural 20 and kill me in one shot.
I wish I could.
Okay, that is a normal hit against my PD.
Okay, nice. 5 damage.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
It's
Oh my-
fine. I'll use 2 grit points
Oh my,
to bring it to 3. Okay, all right.
oh my
That's-
gosh.
So I'm just like, I'm like licking a finger, flipping a page, and just like wiping acid, lick a finger, poison, lick a finger, lightning, and I just look up and there's just like this scythe that just like feels like it just like cuts me to my soul through my face, basically, and I'm just like, Draven, go! It's your turn.
That was its first action point, and it's going to use its next action point to
It's not your
push you as far as it can muster, which is 10 spaces.
Okay.
Good thing you get an opening like directly behind you and no wall.
Right?
Yeah, this might actually work out.
Second spell check, so it's at disadvantage of 14.
14 would be a hit on my AD and a miss on my PD.
Okay. So we were saying that it would be the AD for, pick up.
Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it does hit
you are.
with a normal.
Okay. So you're getting pushed 10 spaces.
Okay. Okay.
You're back in the tunnel.
Yep. He's basically just throwing you directly out of the arena at the moment.
Okay.
Well, I could have been
That's
the safest
hilarious.
thing. He saved your life.
Maybe he might have. Oh my gosh. Incidentally, we'll see how this goes.
And it will be 2 bludgeoning damage upon.
Okay.
Oh no.
It's fine, you guys. It's fine.
Oh no.
It's fine. It's fine.
The distraction is going to be gone.
I don't know.
Oh,
Not necessarily. It was all ranged attacks, hopefully.
Yeah, he's really good at kicking sand.
Yeah, I guess the sand one. Yeah, I might actually lose one there. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, no, that's fair. Honestly, that action point probably
Yeah.
wouldn't cut it.
What-
The other 3,
what is gonna be
hopefully,
the-
it would though.
What is going to be the range on? What's the range on your acid and poison though? Isn't it only 10 spaces? And if you're
Uh-oh.
going back 10 spaces and you're currently 2
Uh,
spaces from it,
Stand by on that. Yes, 10 spaces. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Okay.
You do have advantage of it because of what Ben did, though.
yeah.
yeah, Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And this Reaper is a problem.
Dang.
And it's going to use its last 2 action points to try to teleport outside of the sigil yet again. And this time it's going to try to teleport directly towards Draven. And if you've seen the sigil
Oh no.
back it up, if you've seen it run into the sigil the first time, and then it stopped it completely. But this time it runs into it and its face pokes out waiting to get to you.
Okay.
That's not scary.
And
You'll have
that's going to be its turn.
Depending on how this goes, we could entirely shift our focus and just while
Yeah.
it's still in the sigil, maybe blow up the gems around us at a safe distance. I don't know.
Well, so that's what I was thinking after the stuff with Jasper was do we just shoot these gems instead?
Maybe. I don't know for sure that they're necessarily responsible for the sigil in the middle. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm going to use an action point first. My first action point though, to shoot a Cybolt at the crystal behind me, because I'm kind of down here on this wall, under the wall, kind of the wall right here. So, and that's kind of high up. So I'm hoping if there is an explosion, maybe it's not taking out the whole coliseum, but I can blow it up before it blows up, kind of like what we did with the Drake.
yeah,
Okay.
could be. Maybe.
So this is why I'm using a spell check and not an attack check. So I won't have disadvantage when I make the attack check.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna use a spell check on Cybolt on that crystal.
Absolutely. And it just hits, but just see how well it.
So 20.
Man, you just put a Cybolt straight through that thing. There's now a just weird flux energy starting to tornado around it. And you can see this explosion. The stairs of the Coliseum begin to rip apart as it's not just a typical explosion. It's almost like an implosion. And it's sent straight through the sky. And the sky is actually parted by a little bit, with the clouds now being able to see clear blue. As
cool.
all of that's going on, you see the Reaper distort in a crazy form yet again.
Okay.
And the sigil around him begins to wane, but so does his figure. Still there.
Okay. We might be onto something here. All right.
I I'm going to use an action point. Maybe with yeah. No, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, no, yeah, know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm gonna use another action point, and I'm going to first I'm gonna blink blade to get me a space to here. Come on, get back on control. So I'm gonna blink blade to get me a space. Then I'm gonna use an action point to go 1, 3, 4, 5. Does that get me within? Yeah, that's within range of my bow, or within side bolt. But it'll be at disadvantage because I need an AP left. Okay, I can. Do I go after this crystal, or do I use my shot? I'm so torn right now.
I know.
Okay,
I go after you, and I can.
Yeah.
Use...
So this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do because Ben, you're after me. I am going to hold my shot, but with advantage until Ben goes. Like, so I'm gonna ready my shot. I'm gonna go ahead and just ready my shot. I'm gonna draw back, ready my shot with advantage, which would be 2 advantage against it because of the advantage that Ben's distraction created for the attack against it that one time, right? And I'm gonna hold my shot until Ben's turn and Tyek's turn. Then I will fire my shot to give Tyek time to come back into the arena to do something to maybe add more damage in. Is that possible? Or
Yeah, I'm sure you could try to do like a attack in conjunction with those guys. How exactly would you want it to work?
Like, so what I'm thinking of is like we do one big mass attack against this thing. Like we're all doing
Hold
this
off,
big,
line it up.
massive attack. We all throw everything that we can at one time against this to give ourselves the better chance to mainly for my shot to hit. So I don't know if those like with Ben hitting from one direction, Tyek coming in and hitting, if that just increases at least maybe like a help die or something like that, or an advantage. But I know I've already got 2 advantages, but I'm trying to do everything I can to make sure this one shot hits, and I'm just going to draw it. I'll be drawing back, and I'm going to be telepathically yelling back to Tyek, get up here and give it everything you got. And I'm going to say the same thing to Chester. I'm holding until you give it everything you got to let them just spend all their AP on one last big shot against this thing.
Yeah, if you wait for at least, I will definitely spend stuff to distract it again, one way or another. So if you wait for at least that as the trigger,
can I telepathically tell Tyek to come in and destroy the crystal as I tell Chester to attack? Like one of you attack with me, I'm gonna hold and we attack together, and one of you attack the crystal, and I'm holding until that happens. Like, so like telling Chester to hold your action until Tyek comes in, and we all attack at the same time. Crystal, 2 of us at the deity.
Okay.
I'll say yes, as long as you can. I'll say yes, as long as you can explain that to Chester in heat of battle, short telepathically.
Chester, shoot with me. Tyek, shoot crystal.
Right? I'll accept that as long as they do.
Yeah.
I got
we'll hear it.
Totally. So yeah, that sounds good to me. And if that's your turn waiting for Tyek to start, then we can go into Chester.
And I'll even take it like one advantage away, because like I'm really waiting on a lot of stuff. So I'll go down to just one advantage.
Well, it's got advantage anyway, so don't worry about it. You're spending.
Okay.
That's funny. You're like, Chester, attack with me. Tyek, attack the gem. Gets to my turn, and I'm just like, you're not my dad. I'm not doing that.
It's like, oh my god. And then destroyed.
Just blow the plan.
Yeah.
You can't tell me what to do. Do we think the destabilization from the teleporting bear jaguars assisted us? Like, do you think that weakened it?
From what you can tell, it definitely did.
And it weakened the sigil.
And it weakened the sigil.
And to explain it, the overload from those 3 things being teleported while the system was already overloaded is what caused the crystal to crack.
I see. I could call for another teleportation of whatever Jasper's got cooked back there, but I'm scared it might overload the crystals as well, like earlier than we'd want.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Wait, so if this Understood. So with my turn, I'd want to hold all my actions to do an attack with Draven on his next turn. Is that like how?
Yeah. Yeah, Draven's waiting. Draven wants to. He's gonna hold to attack with you as soon as Tayek comes out to attack the crystal. So we'll attack together as he comes out. Hopefully, makes it out there and attacks.
Okay, I got you. So
that way
with-
we all three of us are basically attacking together at the same time.
Okay, so that would be at Tayek's next turn.
Yeah.
Yes, which is right after yours.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'll just hold my actions then for that.
What actions are you going to be doing?
Yeah, that's a scary thing about hold actions is you have to basically say exactly what you're going to do and spend the
I
resources
see.
to do it. So if something
I
gets in the
see.
way where you can't do it, all that's wasted.
Gotcha. Oh boy.
You
Well,
know.
first
Right?
I'm gonna have to get
Just a hunch.
out of this cover so I can actually aim an attack. So one of my actions would just be movement. I'd move. I'm thinking 2, 3, 4 over here, away from the crystal and closer toward my target. So that'd be one action. And then I think my strongest ranged attack is crackling, the crackle lightning attack, and that alone costs. Let me see here. It costs 2 action points, 1 mana point. Then I can spend another action point to cause to make the target do a mental save against dazed. But I think it'd be better just to dazed. Is that like a psychic thing, or is that just a condition that can be brought on something?
I think Daze is a mental save, which might constitute for the whole psychic advanced creature being better at it.
I see. Well, then I'll probably just use a final action point just to roll with advantage then on that attack,
Nice.
Okay.
and that would be my turn.
Very cool.
So what's the exact trigger for that again?
It would,
When Draven attacks kind of thing?
yeah. When Draven, when I see him kind of readying the bow to shoot, I would come out of cover, and do my
Okay.
attack too.
All right. What do you think, Alex? That work?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And then I'm back up.
That's right.
All right. So I did the math already. Technically, I'm 2 spaces off the map still. Or 3. Hang on. Let me do it again. I didn't actually do it that well, apparently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'd have to be 1, 2, 3. And then I'd have 2 more spaces. Okay. So with 1 full movement, it would actually put me here. Is that
Welcome
far
back.
enough to see the crystal? No, it's close.
I'm going to say yes. It's at such an elevated position. So you can definitely see the crystal, but just barely.
Okay.
You know, you're looking around this corner, you got to cock your head a bit.
Do I have a clean shot realistically?
It's within your range.
Okay. Is it actually?
I would
Just
think so.
hardly.
It's
Yeah.
10.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, actually, hold on. Okay.
Yeah,
It is,
yeah,
thankfully.
10 spaces. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Man, lightning seems like just the right choice for these, It's just like extra energy. So I'm going to go with lightning for my option here. Go with the lightning bolt, cantrip. I want to make sure this thing hits hard. I'm going to give it a bunch of advantage. Hold on. Let me think. Okay. I'm going to spend 3 action points. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to ready the action with 3 action points. That is to attack with lightning bolt and give it double advantage on the crystal, and then save my last action point to still use as a shield reaction if there's someone that I could shield for any reason that needs to happen. That's it, just in case.
Okay.
I think that might be a good idea. I don't know. We'll see.
So let's get a couple of rolls to see how this goes.
All right. Who do you want to go first?
Oh, yeah.
So
And my trigger
I
is
think-
also when Draven attacks, technically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely you.
Me go first.
Yep. You're the
Okay.
trigger.
All right. So I'm gonna be rolling with double advantage, right? With
Yes.
with mine and then the other one. Okay.
Please be a good
I
roll.
hope it's 20 highest plus 4.
I'm just now realizing before. Oh, dang. Well, we'll see how this goes. I
Uh-oh.
just realized he used the reaction to like turn the arrow back against you after it hit, not when it missed.
No,
No,
I missed.
yeah,
Oh, okay. Sorry, carry on.
Well, that's not
3D20 KH plus. What the heck is that?
keep highest. Oh, I forgot to do the 3 keep highest one. Okay. Well, hold on.
What?
3D20 keep highest 1 plus 4. Okay, let's try that
Knew
again.
Kingdom Hearts 4 was coming.
Okay.
17, 21 is the highest. 21's my hit. So that
Actually
should.
really good. Yeah, that's a normal hit.
Yep.
Okay.
And So the arrow is coming flying, and it's got the gem connected to it, right?
Yeah, I would have knocked. Yeah, I would have hit it against something. Like I would have just like hit the little sidewall thing, and it'd have been drone. And Draven would have like, he hits it, and then as he draws back, he's just like he sees that faint red glow on the bowstring, and he lines up, and he's like still telepathically speaking to everyone, like now, and he just says now, and he releases.
Very cool. And then before we see if it hits, what are the other going on? Especially if something's coming.
Okay. Ben, would it be fine if I do my one next? Because I have a hunch that your attack is gonna like couple with Draven specifically, whereas like mine's almost a little more separate, kind of. You know what I mean?
That's fine.
Okay. What was it? Lightning bolt with double advantage is what it was at the crystal instead. Okay.
We need this to hit.
Right?
Is that a 6? Yeah.
Oh man, it's not a.
That looks like it's on its side. It don't look like it.
That was cocked. Got to reroll. It is a 12 total. That's correct.
Well, I mean, you're hitting a crystal.
Yeah, but how hard? You know, I am hitting it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So as before, you do hit it. We were just seeing how well you hit it. You're gonna do, what is the base damage for your attack?
It would be 2 lightning damage at full capacity.
Nice. And it's gonna just take that 2 damage and just crack just that little bit. It almost looks like it could like start sliding down as if it was cut as a gem, but it hasn't done that yet.
Okay.
Well, and I think it's up to Ben. What's going on with yours?
Well, first thing I did was move out of here and get a bit closer. And then the other 3 action points and 1 mana will go into my crackling lightning here. I'll be rolling with advantage. Where do you do spell checks, just out of curiosity, on the character sheet? I never seem to find that one.
I made a spell that is just spell check so that I could roll that as
I made a
a
lot
spell
of my
attack.
roll thing. Yeah, I did the same. I made a lot of roll things.
That makes sense. I'm always like looking for them. Like, how do you do? Okay. Anyway, well, I'll just do it the old-fashioned way.
Right.
So first one, 14. Eek. Second one, yeah, a 10. So that's a 14 hit.
Unfortunately, no.
I didn't think so.
But my crystals do.
It certainly
Yeah.
does. And one of the best things about this is he sees it coming, right? But as the arrow starts coming toward, he tries to do that like temporal thing, right? He wants to throw it right back at you. The arrow goes in the temporal mist and it doesn't really come back out immediately. He's just like, trying to force it to come out. And as the arrow and gem starts to come out almost back towards you, blows up directly into his face. Not only does the sigil around his start to flicker away, so does the gem right behind Chester explode from another temporal just anomaly. And now that the sigil is completely gone and also starting to implode itself, the center of like the coliseum feels like a black hole. You do all feel a very deep like pressure that you're being sucked in. Not enough to like need to roll though. You're not dying.
Okay.
But this sigil is now completely gone, and the entity teleports directly in front of Draven. Uses his hands to start to grab around his like tunic, his armor, and his fingers start to just slowly disintegrate away as the like last visage of this Reaper just right into Draven's face. Just like instantly, his agility within the sigil was nothing. But now that he's unleashed, his agility is like through the roof. It's almost like this. How did that happen? Because it's a gigantic change. You can see that the sigil definitely kept him dampened. And now as he like starts to fade away, essentially like the Thanos snap, there's a gigantic explosion that happens directly out the center of the sigil with that like fire of tornado. And 90% of this Coliseum is
Surely,
all of you guys,
we're fine.
All of you guys are relatively safe. Don't worry. You've got craters basically everywhere around you. The stadium is like just in shambles.
Oh wow! Is the entity?
There's actually
still
one
kind
more
of there?
thing.
Is it
Oh,
still kind of there right there with me,
There's-
like in my face?
there's one more
The
thing.
entity is like just Thanos snap fading away, like to dust in front of your face
Okay,
as it
okay,
like has an
Okay,
Yeah.
what's the one more thing?
Chester still has a gem in his pocket, also going to explode
Oh.
if he didn't give
Wait.
it to his.
Oh no, I thought I gave that to Draven like a long time ago.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
2 gems. Draven has one. Somebody has the other.
No, Chester gave me his gem at the very beginning because I tied both gems.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm sorry.
I tied
didn't
both
catch that.
gems.
No problem.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
problem.
I tied
We're-
both the gems to the arrow, trying to do double damage.
I'll be a witness to
Okay.
that. We're not just retconning that. That did happen. I swear.
Yeah,
Okay, totally.
we can rewind the tape later.
I think that was the exact moment that I like sent you the token for Chester's familiar. So I probably had you all distracted. It's like, here, have this while we're talking. Good luck.
Oh my gosh, Chester, use a.
Chester was about to need a peg leg if that thing blew up.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. It gets
Oh my gosh.
blown in
I did
half like a
forget to
mannequin.
mention it.
It's like,
And I did forget to mention it when explosions were happening, but the explosions are just littered with all that black goo that we were talking about earlier when monsters exploded.
ooh, interesting. Those parts? Is that creature parts or something? I don't like that.
Yeah. Is there gonna be black goo on Draven now with that entity, or am I gonna have anything on me?
So the entity didn't explode into black goo. They were evaporated away into like the
Just
dimension
dust.
they were pulled from.
Is there dust still like right there? Or is that dust kind of going back into the dimension?
It's kind of like going back, but it feels like it's not sticking around. Even like the molecules left behind are just disappearing.
Can I
Interesting.
quickly try and get some of that and see if I can get it?
Tell you what, you have a handful of dust, and this dust feels like grainy, yet at the same time gigantic grains. More like sea salt in a way, right? So
Yeah.
as you run your hand through these grains, they all begin to disappear, but not as like the wind blew them away or like they, got mushed into your hand. They start to just disappear, like your hand is getting lighter and lighter, and they're getting deleted from existence currently from where you're at.
No, that's exactly what I wanted to see. That's exactly what I was trying to see was going to happen.
Definitely.
Chester's going to bottle up a bit of the black goo. Just kind of mutter to himself, might come in handy.
Can we tell if that other person that got turned into a Reaper is still around?
No, that person was sucked directly into the Reaper dimension. So, like, you saw their face be transformed into a Reaper and then
Oh,
disappear.
gotcha. All right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Draven's just gonna be looking around and he's gonna be like just like breathing. It's like, oh my gosh, did we just survive that? What happened?
Yeah. Tyek's gonna like just kind of like also out of breath, just like walk over to Draven, just like hand on shoulder and make like deep eye contact, and just be like, shh.
With your face painted right now, it hits even more.
Right?
Did it work? Did it play the beep?
Nope.
What? Oh no! Oh well, that would have been a lot funnier. There was supposed to be a sensor beep.
I thought you were just telling him to shush. I was
Yeah.
like,
Shh, shh. No,
Yeah.
sorry. Man, what a rip. That really didn't land. Well, whatever. That would have been hilarious. Just imagine how funny that would have been.
Yeah, and I'm gonna yell down the tunnel, Jasper, you better get up here right now.
You do actually hear quite a bit of shuffling, but it's Jasper trying to, like, hobble his way out of the area with whatever he can manage. He's not doing it very well, though. So, like, it's kind of, if you wanted to get him, you could just pick him up like a person, take him away.
Oh,
But
I'm
he's
picking
taking
him
a
up.
he's taking a limp.
Yeah. Draven, as soon as he gets closer, as he gets closer, Draven's gonna go to him, and Draven's just gonna grab him by his like tunic, chest, or whatever he's got, and I'm gonna slam him up against the wall, and I'm gonna be like, "I told you, and I knew it. You was causing all this. What do you have to say for yourself?"
To be fair, I didn't cause it. It was something that exists out in the ether. I'm simply tapping into it.
Before he finishes it, I'm gonna pick him up and I'm gonna slam him against the wall. And again, I'm gonna be like, "You're causing it with these dang arcane crystals you're making on your own with all this teleportation, like mumbo jumbo messing around. I don't understand it. You don't even understand it, Jasper. You need to stop messing with it now." And I'm gonna slam him one more time against the wall.
Definitely.
This poor gnome.
Yeah.
Well,
I see
no.
it kind of happening like, at first he's going to be like, I must unravel the arcane. And then he gets like pushed against the wall one more time. And he's like, I have good intentions. Pushed against the wall one more time. And he's like, you're right. I did it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and and Draven's just you don't see Draven get upset that often, but Draven is really mad like right now because there's like a lot of people that were innocent, like innocent people getting killed. There's all because Draven's like he doesn't like seeing people get hurt at all. Even those monsters that were just blowing up, basically popping left and right.
Right.
He's upset about that. Like he's upset about that. He's upset how Jasper was just going on, just so focused on his inventions and not worried about everyone else and what his, I don't know the word I'm looking for, the outcome of how his actions have the repercussions of his actions.
Yes. He was very much so consumed with to care about that.
Right.
And I'm gonna look at, and I'm just gonna get him right. I'm gonna get right up in his face. I'm gonna be right up in his face. I'm gonna be like, listen here, Jasper, you're done right now. You're gonna answer to the Radiant Vanguard, and you ain't doing any more of these teleportation experiments, anything, until you get the clearance from us. Is that understood? And I'm gonna be like right in his face, like type of thing.
Just barely able to make eye contact. You looking down, and then finally like a glance towards you. He's just gonna say, "Okay, but you need me."
I want to roll an intimidation check before I do this. Before I say this,
Sure.
Hopefully it's good. Oh, 25.
Hey,
Nat 20.
there you go.
Nat 20. This is what I'm gonna say to him. I'm like, I don't need you, Jasper. I don't need anything from you. You need me to keep my anger under control is what you need. And you're going to listen and you're going to stop. And I'm just going to set him down and I'm just going to walk away. I'm not even going to look at him. I'm just going to walk away.
Definitely. And there would definitely be a lot of panic within his eyes. And he's just going to look at Chester, look at Tyak, and be like, you really going to do this to me? And like kind of a just put off demeanor, but also like trying to imply you'll never figure this out without me.
Okay. I don't know. Does Chester have anything to say about this?
You reap what you sow. I recommend you don't anger that one anymore, Jasper.
Tyak wants some of the power that's in this arcane situation that Jasper's got going on. So there's a part of him that's like, yeah, no, actually, I kind of want Jasper around.
Yeah, mind you, Draven's gone. Like Draven's walked away.
Draven's totally gone.
Yeah,
straight up left.
Okay. Draven has walked away. Like you guys are like Draven's out of earshot at this point. So you guys have your thing.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if Chester's picked up on Tyek's motives yet, but Jasper's going to kind of move a little bit closer to Jasper there and just say like, I'll need you working with me. Hear that? Understand? I'll look after you. I'll look after you, lad.
You're gonna need me if you want to know how to master the arcane. If you can make it worth my while, I'll teach you how to make the arcane batteries. But he's gonna whisper this a little bit, kind of like hopefully out of earshot from Draven.
Did Tayek also hear that the whole exchange?
Good question.
If you two are the only ones there, then it would be enough for you to have over. But he's definitely trying to be secretive about it.
Real, like, not actually socially couth. I'm gonna kind of just like reach my shoulder around Chester, and reach my arm around Chester. Reach my shoulder. It's gonna be weird.
Yeah.
I'll just like put my arm around Chester. Yeah. Watch this. Put my arm around Chester and just give him like this kind of awkward, like, yeah, you know, maybe we don't have to tell Draven, you know, that we are interested in these batteries, but you might want to just lay low for a while, Jasper. You know, like maybe just disappear for like a week or something.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
It's suspiciously how long it takes.
I was exactly thinking that because you said earlier it takes a week to make a battery. Yeah.
That was an accident.
I'm sorry, arcane crystal.
That was an accident, but Tayek definitely did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll be like, maybe you should lay low for a week, and maybe we'll lay low with you.
And Jasper kind of knows what you're laying down here. I would like some help. Wherever you guys are taking me afterwards, I'd like to be comfortable.
I don't know where to go.
He says, "Oh, you're not going to arrest me?" And he starts inching a little bit towards the door.
Spell book starts kind of flipping, and like I just peel a fingertip of acid out of it, and I'm just like, no, we're going to kill you. No, I'm just kidding. No, you maybe don't have to be arrested. Maybe you just we'll sneak you. How about this? We'll sneak you into the basement of the tavern, and where the rat people were at once time. But we took care of. They're not there anymore. We could just hang out down there with you for a while, maybe quietly, away from everyone.
That sounds a lot better than a prison cell.
So around this point though, Draven would have noticed that Jasper's not there with him because he's already told him you're going to answer to the Radiant Vanguard.
Oh, that's true.
He's already told him this. He's going to answer.
Yeah, we're going to
for
try
what
to
he's
literally
done.
like sneak him out.
And Draven's just going to telepathically because Jasper doesn't know that Draven can use.
Oh,
his
right.
telepathy.
And we wouldn't know.
And Draven's just going to telepathically reach back to Jasper and be like, "I told you you're going to answer to the Radiant Vanguard. Where you better get up here now."
See, that's actually your natural 20 intimidation.
All
There
right.
you go. There you go.
Coming full circle.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you just like pale face on this already pale person just starts walking up the cannon hall.
I was like, no, I was just kidding about killing you. I didn't mean it. Just walking away. We're like
Yeah.
trying to catch up. Like, wait.
But yeah, believe it
That's
or
so
not,
cool.
guys, yeah, you fixed it, you solved the case, but the coliseum is messed up.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot of damage too, right? You said 90% of the Coliseum's gone.
The crystals that exploded in the stands, so you can basically walk straight through those holes. The hole in the center has taken a, like, just imagine all of the pillars are now where the hole starts. So there's like almost a pool-sized crater in the center of the Coliseum now too, which leads underneath to like the competitive people area. So like there's
Oh.
almost like a hole in the middle of this thing where you can like look at all the vendors or combatants, stuff like that. And a lot of that stuff is also broke underneath you too.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, Draven's got a lot for his report that he's going to be putting because Draven's really working hard on these Reapers. But that sigil out in the arena, he's going to make sure is like special. Like he's going to make sure he talks with the scribes about that and reporting like, hey, like, look, I know, like, because Draven's going back to like, to report all the stuff. He's going to be like, look, I know that he has well intentions behind this and that. But whatever these crystals are that he created, whatever this sigil is that he created, it had an effect against the Reaper while it was there. So
Right.
Draven's going to try to get the Radiant Vanguard to look more into that. What was so special about the sigil, and what was so special about those crystals? But yeah, he's going to definitely make Jasper answer for that. He's going to attempt.
Right.
Absolutely.
Oh man, I like where I like where that went. That was amazing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
See, okay, listen. Imagine how funny it would have been, right? The end of that fight, Draven's all out of breath, and he's like, "What just happened? It's crazy." Taya comes up to him, hands on the shoulders, deep on eye contact. Shh. And that's like all he said. Like that's hilarious. That's what was supposed to happen. Okay.
Yeah, that would have been great. That'd have been great. You know what I was gonna do whenever you were gonna do your first hold action for all those things, I was just gonna be like, yeah, Draven's just gonna sit down on this turn.
I think I'm just gonna wait it out. Yeah, see if this thing calms down a little bit.
Yeah. Gosh, that was. I'm not gonna lie. That was, even though that was still kind of scary to fight to kind of go up against that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That one was in a ironically controlled environment. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Honestly, with the BBEG or the Reaper, it's just so terrifying to almost kill somebody sometimes. Because I feel like if I would have hit Tyak even twice, he probably wouldn't have went down, right?
yeah, or if like that was a crit, it's
Yeah.
like it might have been it.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
gosh, that's so awesome though.
God, that was a great hit. That was good. Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm really these Reapers actually really do kind of scare me a little bit. And then when you said a 23 was a normal,
Right?
Yeah, that was
Like-
crazy.
Even like
That was-
5 less than that is an 18, and like that's high for defense. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh my gosh, that's
and
incredible.
that didn't hit. The 18
Yeah.
didn't hit.
That was the perfect setup too, because you literally were one away from and it was a 19 to hit him, right? So it was just like,
That's literally
Oh
perfect.
my
I love that so
God.
much.
yeah,
Yeah. No, but
That's
that's cool.
great.
I like how we did that, like how we were able to, and you let us do that, like hold action to do one big giant attack
Mhm.
at one time. That was pretty cool to be able to do that.
definitely. It's almost like doing a dual spell, but like doesn't have to be spells.
Right, yeah. It's also almost like using the mechanics and everything for like a whole bunch of complicated tactical stuff, but the outcome is just a skill challenge again, almost. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it's like, whoa, that works. That's cool.
Yeah.
Neat. Very fun.
Definitely. And
Yeah.
after all of the trouble, you guys were only $100 for this. You're all getting 1,000.
Oh, sick.
Oh,
You cut out for
alright.
most of that, except for you're all getting 1,000, and that's enough for me.
Yeah.
You
Uh,
were only supposed to get 200, but you got 1,000 because of what happened.
Oh.
So in honor of Yogg, who didn't get to make it, Draven is going to do the forcible charitable thing, and Draven is gonna. No one else is gonna know this. Like you guys wouldn't know this, but Draven's gonna go around and donate his full 1,000 to the families that were impacted by all of that, by that Reaper, and he's gonna do what Yogg would do and donate his money. So he's gonna go around and just be putting gold, like just wherever it was, like all the families that, because there's a lot of people affected by it. He's gonna be dropping
Definitely.
gold off and all their stuff. So he's gonna take his whole thing that way.
Yeah, and he was literally just flipped. 20 injured, 5 dead, 1 turned.
Yeah. So
Yeah, the turned Reaper, too.
yeah, and there's another Reaper now.
Yeah, like that one just exists. And it was so simple. It was just like, yeah, you're a Reaper now.
Yeah. It's that, and you almost got, and Tyak could have almost got turned into a Reaper.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
how-
true.
Oh my gosh. You guys
Well,
made this BBEG like insane. I'm sorry.
What does that mean? BB and G.
Oh, big bad evil guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds ridiculous, but yeah, that's just a classic term,
Interesting.
D&D term.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny if you have like a group really new at the game. You can literally name your like evil guy Babega, and they'll be like, "We've got to take down Babega." Then they realize they have to take down the BBEG.
Oh my gosh. No,
What kind of-
Cody, though, I think you're gonna have to dress up for every one of these sessions though now.